Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I am Luminous P, and I am your neighborhood friendly fae. Just kind of slumming it around on Earth doing my sabbatical. You to have fun. I see that Zeb's already in. Hang okay. Want to make sure that you guys. Oh, what? There. Before we do anything else, there should be music playing in the back. Let me know if you can hear it. Sounds kind of quiet on this. This is a late night stream, so we're a little stuffed. Just a little tiny bit. There it is. It's soft, I think. Okay. I did some adjusting because Kurisu was telling me it was low. So maybe I did a little too much adjusting. Let's see. You can definitely hear it. But it's soft. Let's turn it up to 10. I swear sometimes I just can't win. OBS just does what it wants and it resets all of my stuff all the time. And it's just like all I wanted to. Okay. I did turn it up a little bit. It sounds really soft to me too, though. OBS is being a bit of a stinker today. Turn it up and rip the knob. Hi 180, how are you? I saw you had entered the chat earlier. And scored first. Congratulations on that gold medal, actually. And Zeb, of course. You're in second. Yeah, I have no... Well, first of all, let's go ahead and turn on my camera because we're doing a keyboard build today. You guys get some candy. Pop that on in there. Hey. This is my desk. Yeah, it's louder now? Okay. It is not quite as loud to me, and I'm wondering why. Why are we struggling? OBS always resets literally everything. It is so frustrating. Ah, I see. OBS is doing this thing where it's my stuff is set to monitor and output, but OBS likes to reset it so that it's output. Yeah. It's louder now, but now I'm afraid it's too loud. It might be too loud. Let's try right there. In the last stream, I got kind of self-conscious about it because Kurisu was like, hey, it's a little loud. I'm like, is it a little loud? And Zeb was like, not really. So it's like, what do I do? Damned if you do, damned if you don't. It'll be the first time I watch a keyboard build Let's Go, apart from the last time, which I didn't watch much of. Yeah. I think that you, like, kind of dipped in and out. It might have been in the middle, too. So we're going to be doing this one from scratch. Hopefully it won't take as long. I can already identify things that I definitely forgot. Even though I tried to have everything. Even though I tried to have everything on. Let us get some tunes ready. That's not just... let's here we go. Now I have just this too. Now I'm ready to... Okay. I've adjusted that a little bit. I mean, my headset just be bopping, so it might just be me. Yeah, so everyone's headphone settings are also different. So it's really hard to tell, you know? Like, is it actually loud or is it your headphones? Is it my headphones? Is OBS just fucking me up? It's hard. Cutting in and out. Let's see. Let's see if we can fix it. Okay, I'm gonna say some things. What about now? Let me know if I cut out again. Maybe there was an OBS update or something that got everyone fucked up. I haven't updated OBS. It actually just does this regularly. It'll just decide, oh, your stuff's on monitor and output, but fuck that. It's all gonna go to your output, no headphone monitoring at all. Okay, yeah, like now you're great. Okay. I had a noise gate on and I just turned it off. Cause I just don't want to fiddle with it on stream for right now. I've got some noise reduction, so hopefully that will be enough. And we'll just have to, I'll fiddle with a noise gate later. I don't have time. Okay. So today, actually, let me, should I go get my supplies? I'm gonna get my supplies really quickly. Hang on, I will be RB. It just makes sense to have everything with me. that was really quick. I am back now. There was basically no point in going to the break screen. It was only going to take 1 second. Hi, everybody. I did do the intro already, but just in case anyone's just popped in, I'm Luminous Peak. I am a friendly neighborhood fae, and I pretty much show off my hobbies, and I don't know, I overshare on the internet. That's my whole shtick. Just sharing my hobbies, learning about things that you humans do, and trying to find my own fun with it. And today, welcome back, literally gone for 2 seconds. So today we're building a keyboard. I am going on a trip that'll last about a week, and luggage is expensive, so I will not have my streaming equipment with me. So I'm just gonna build this, and I'll probably take it with me. I don't know. So I'm gonna give you a little bit of information about this board before we go on. But housekeeping, a little bit of housekeeping first. You can hit ! keyboard if you are interested in knowing what keyboard I'm currently using. You can also feel free to hit the ! explore for a little mini exploratory game in the library, which is where I'm broadcasting from, the Wanderer's Library. And we're just gonna have a chill time. I feel like I should just quote my friend Kurisu and just, welcome to the chill zone. I don't have the deep, rich voice to do that, though. So just, pop a squad, hang out, and if you've got any questions about what I'm building and what I'm doing, I'll try to answer them as I go along. But please also feel free to ask questions. So I'm going to get started just taking things out of the box to show you guys how this goes. So here we have the PCB, which is the circuit board for this keyboard. And then we have this plate. The plate is basically what holds switches in place. Switches are the little buttons that you put into the board to basically, for lack of better words, they activate the switch so that your, or activate the circuit board so that your computer or whatever you have your keyboard hooked up to will register it as a key press. I'm not gonna lie, I do not like how my light is affecting things right now. Hang on 1 second. I'm gonna swap it. It's a little too, yellow for my taste. Usually I use kind of a blue light, but I was hoping to get away with something a little more balanced this time. Apparently not. Alrighty. Okay, a little better. Not as much yellow. I think this looks good. So these are the pink robin switches. And they are linears. So basically they go smoothly up and down. If you're new to keyboards, there are a few different types of switches, mainly 3, that people reference on a regular basis. There are linears, which, as you can guess from how the word sounds, it's a line. So these go straight up and down. There's nothing obstructing them from going up and down, no extra feels or anything like that. There's tactile. Tactile is a word for when you can feel things, like a touchable texture, kind of, right? So tactile switches have a little bump somewhere that gives your finger a little bit of feedback when you push down. And clickies have a little bar that produce an extra click noise when you press down on it. A lot of gamer keyboards have clicky switches. So if you got incredibly obnoxiously loud switches that sound like someone's tapping on something underneath when you press down, basically that's kind of what a clicky switch sounds like. There's an extra bit in there that adds a bit of sound. And in this case is going to be the actual case for the board. Yes, I do think the switches are cute. As you can see, this is newly unboxed. I have not even taken the foam out of here. This is the array. I mentioned that in my tweets, but the array is the name of this keyboard, and the array is by a company called Parallel Unlimited. So it's got this multicolored chrome right here, and on the back, ooh, it's also multicolored chrome. So that's really cool. I have not yet at all named this bad boy. I have to figure out what I'm gonna name it. Yeah, it's a O-ring mount board, so this is a bit different than some of the other cases that I've put together on the channel. Usually when we're putting a board together, there's a top part of the case and a bottom part of the case, and there are screws like on the back that you unscrew to like take it apart. You basically build the inside with the PCB and the plate, and then you set it on the inside of the case, like into the bottom, and then you'll put the top piece on top, turn it over, and then put the screws in to hold the pieces together. There's other types of boards that you screw together in a different way, but that's more or less how it works. You have this whole middle section that's sandwiched in between the top and bottom. In an O-ring mount, you have this gummy O-ring, rubber that goes around the outside of the PCB and the plate, and this serves as a cushion. Whoops. As a cushion for the circuit board and the PCB, and then you'll settle it into the case. So like if you can see here, there's like these posts here, and ultimately when we put the whole thing together and settle this in here, this rubber section is gonna rest right here on these posts, and that's what's gonna hold everything in. So that's like a quick and dirty simplified version of what an O-ring mount is. There are other types of mounts. Mounting is basically how the inside of the internals of the keyboard like fit into the actual board. So sometimes there are types where like you sandwich everything together in between the top and bottom case. That's called burger mount. There are types where you put like little tabs, like little squishy kind of like silicone or pour-on pieces of foam in tabs. There are tabs on the PCB, so they rest on those. That way you get a little more flex up and down. That's called gasket. And then there's also just tray mount, where basically you're just raw sitting the assembly into the board. Most people don't like that. There's also top mount. Top mount is when you screw the PCB and the plate into the top case and then fit it together. There's all different types. The keyboard world is very vast. Again, since this is late at night, I'm a little tired, guys. So again, if you have any questions, actually, I totally took this out of here and I don't need to yet. We're not ready for this yet. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns while I'm going through this build, please let me know. I'm gonna put this back in here and then set it to the side because I have to do our stabilizers first for this build. Oh, snap. That scared the crap out of me. Kurisu, hi, how are you? For whatever reason, literally for whatever reason, OBS has reset all of my audio to not actually be in the monitor position. Why are we like this? Right? The vampire. It scared the crap out of me too. Oh my gosh. There's no way I couldn't have heard that. Let's maybe turn this down just a little. Hi Kurisu, hi Raiders, hello. My name is Luminous Peak. I am your friendly neighborhood fae, and today we are building a keyboard. I swear that's what we're doing, not just being shocked at the announcement of you guys coming in. Oh my god. Yo, how are you? How was stream? I was just making excuses about being discombobulated because it's late in the evening. Welcome to the Raiders. You guys are always welcome here. This is just a chill stream. We're just putting together a board. I had just shown off the case actually. However, I can bring it back out if anybody wants to see it. In fact, let me go ahead and do that. This is the circuit board for the keyboard. It is in plastic right now, and it came out of nowhere. Tell Kurisu to go get some tea or some soup or whatever. This man's sick or something. I think Kurisu is getting a little something out of actually scaring me. I think he likes it. I think he's into it. So this is the keyboard we're putting together today. I just put it back in the box, however. This is called the Array. It is a 65%. So it has the number row at the top. It has your normal A through Z typing keys, your modifiers on the sides, and it'll have arrow keys. But it does not have the navigation cluster. That's like the insert, print, delete, page up, page down, home kind of thing. And it doesn't have the number pad either. But it does have this cool multi-chrome weight on the back. I'll record it and send it to you. And this kind of really cool accent piece here. I don't know if the chrome is showing up super well on screen, but you can kind of see like the blue and purple here. So that's what we're building. I just explained O-ring mounts, but to give you the quick and dirty, when we put our internals together, like the circuit board and the plate, we're going to strap this bad boy around it and then place it into the case. That's basically it in a nutshell. So we just got started. I've got to prepare the stabs. The stabilizers are the long wires that go underneath. Think of like your long keys, right? Your space bar, your enter, your backspace, your left shift. Yes, left shift. Well, on some builds, right shift is longer, but it depends. Get soup or listen to Seb's tears. To be fair, you can get soup and then lie to me, so I record myself crying anyway. Zeb, don't give away the soup, the good soups for free. Don't give away your good tears for free. Although a cup of your tears does sound delicious. But no, I'm advocating for you to not actually do that. I'm sure they're scrumptious though. So, oh my gosh, this music is actually quite loud to my ears. Let me turn that down just a little bit for myself. We've got hand cam. My nails, they're here. I always forget that hand cam is not a thing that VTubers do sometimes until I get a bunch of people who are like, oh my god, hands for free? Yes, hands for free. To be fair, you can get soup. Oh, okay. And then you said, oh, I mean, I do call the candy. Your tears are candy? No. Okay, so the, oh snap, wait, hang on a second. These are the feet that go on the bottom of my other keyboard. I built them and could not find the feet and didn't know where they, oh shoot, okay, now I have to actually put these on. Hang on. You throwing hands for free? I am. We knucking and bucking in here, okay? Okay, feet for the keyboard. Feet for the keyboard, Zeb. Please get your mind out of the gutter. Okay, give me actually 1 second to get that keyboard. I guess you guys are gonna see 2 keyboards for the price of 1, because I thought I threw these away by accident and that I would never see them again. And now I want to put them on the board just so that I can make sure that I don't lose them. Hang on, ayo, hang on. Okay. I am back. I'm back. Okay, so moving this just a little bit, because I really thought I lost these forever. This is the Snake 60, which is the last board that I put together. It is called the Snake 60 for obvious reasons, as I will show you here. Here we go. There's a snake on it. Yes, I am a crazy keyboard lady, so I name all of my keyboards, and this one's named Zebana. I literally named it after Zeb, because Zeb is a brat, and so was this keyboard. It was a bitch to put together. There was a lot of stuff I had to figure out. If you want to see me fail at building this, because I didn't have the right freaking stabilizers, feel free to go back and watch that VOD. But real quick, we're gonna put the feet on this, because I thought I lost these forever. I literally cannot believe I found them. So I guess we're having a time here. We're all going through something today. So in case you're wondering what the point of feet are, it's basically just to stop the keyboard from sliding around while you're using it on your desk. So they're like little rubber pieces that offer, you know, like some friction. That's basically it. There's nothing, you know, like super spectacular about them. I just thought that I had lost these forever. Nope, get in there. Feet are like the easiest thing to put onto a board, to be completely honest. Especially when you are like me, you have tweezers. The keyboard queen. I literally cannot be. I mean, maybe one day. There are people out there that like do sponsorships for keebs and stuff. They own hundreds and hundreds of boards. I'm not quite there yet. I've just gotten the leg up on my journey. And then we have one last one. I'm sorry, I'm peeling it off screen because it was just getting on my nerves. And here we go. Man, I went to the website to see if I could order new ones. They do not offer new ones to go with this board. It's just your SOL if you just don't have the proper feet. So I had just resigned myself to just not having any feet for this board ever. I remember losing one of them on my old... Yeah. The sliding is real. Especially when... like the anodization, the color on here, it's so smooth. It slips and slides on the, even just this desk mat so easily. So this is like, so much better. Oh, whoops. Shaking the whole desk. But this is so much better. Awesome. Okay, so I'm not going to type on this one, but I did want to show it off. Zebana is a cutie. A deadly cutie. A deadly snake. And the keyboard we're putting together today actually is from the same company that made this one. They don't always make O-ring mounts. They do other types of mounts. However, I don't have that many O-ring mounts with like the little gummy rubber thing. So these last two keyboards that I got just happen to be O-ring. Oh yeah, a foot, that is, yeah. The jokes I could make but can't because Twitch would never allow my inner thoughts. Losing your feet and then putting them on main for free. Now, if some of you recall, on the last build, because of the type of stabilizers that I had, basically, more or less, I had to struggle really hard. Like really, really hard with the wires. I don't think I have to struggle as hard today with the wires. And the world is a safer place. So, we've got our tools. I gotta lube some things. For anyone new, this hobby is sussy AF. So sussy. Everything is bad and unsay-so. Everything is yabai. We're pretty much always talking about lubing things, putting lube on things, slipping things into other things. There's just no way you can escape the yabai in this hobby. It's impossible. This is the lube in question, by the way. So I'm just getting that out of the way now before, you know, like all the jokes. Because there will be jokes, I'm very sure. I feel like I am forgetting something else. What am I forgetting? Luminous, what are we forgetting? Oh, you know what? I do know what I'm forgetting. I am forgetting my toolkit, which I'm going to need to screw these in. I will explain a little bit about what that means later. So, hey Vin! Hi! How are you? See how easy that goes in with a little lube? Yeah, it's literally that. It's literally that. See how that slides in with just a little bit of lube? It's literally that. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna take another really quick break to go get my toolkit. I gotta find it, but I'm pretty sure I know where it is. Not me, literally coming back and almost leaving my tools on the table where I found them. Yes, Vin, you got third. TV16 bits. Only stopping in for a second. My interview is today. Gotta get some sleep. First of all, congratulations on your interview. I am going to give you some freebie kisses to wish you luck. Because interviews are hard. Be kind to yourself. I'm sure you're ready. I know you can do it. Good luck. Vesper, how are you? Your BRB screen is so pretty. Thank you. It's a wonder what a little elbow grease and Canva will do. Okay. I totally forgot what I was doing. I'm getting ready to lube stabs, right? This is the most boring part of the build, especially because the case isn't even on the table or the desk while I'm doing this. Aw, thank you. You're very welcome. Although I'm sure you're also saying thank you to Zip. I am being no thoughts head empty. This is the perfect place for that. So yeah, just chill and vibe with me. If you have any questions about what I'm doing, feel free to ask. I don't know how many of you actually know anything about keyboards. So honestly, I would just, if you've got questions or you want to know, feel free. If you have questions about keyboard related things that are not related directly to what I'm doing, also feel free to ask those. In the meantime, I am going to explain how busy my February has been because oof, has it been a doozy. Mostly good things, but also crazy stuff. I like the ones that sound good. I mean, good is subjective though. This hobby is all about preference, Like, what is good? What is a good keyboard sound? You see what I mean? Like, it's different. It depends on each person. Is this... Okay, yeah, that's the one that I need. So... I don't even know how many of these I need. I probably should have counted on the PCB. I'll figure it out at some point, My head is too full of Final Fantasy XIV mechanics for room for useful knowledge. That's all I know, Lumi. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. Do you know what kind of sound you like, though? Like, do you like higher pitch sounds? Do you like lower pitch sounds? Do you like really loud, clacky sort of sounds? Do you like really robust, heavy sounds? Like, what is it that you like? You know what I mean? It's kind of like when you're like, I like the girls, dudes, people that I like, and it's like, yeah, but what is your type? You know what I mean? Mood, yeah. Do I remember math? Nah. Do I remember all the mechanics to all the Ian raids? You bet your fucking ass I do. I mean, we all have our passions. We all have things that we would like to occupy space in our brain for happy times. I like the loud clacky sounds. I like my keyboard to have a fat ass. About that, I have a keyboard that has a fat ass. It's a pretty big chonker. Fat ass keyboards are not quite as common, but they do exist. I can go grab it actually if you want to see my fat ass keyboard. Also, I feel like this is gonna lead to the inevitable, well, how many keyboards do you have question? And I have too many. I have too many. I have Mount Ordeals EX Saturday. Is that like is that like a special event, or is that like a DLC? Or like, I guess, like a season chapter? Whatever the story arcs are called. I assume it's a raid, but I'm not sure. If you reply to a reply, just replies to, we'll start the chain. Okay, good luck. It's a fun fight, though. Okay, so probably a raid. I'd love to see your fat ass keyboard. We have 2 healer, limit breakthrough, sweeping, immolation. So, like, obviously this is not a language that I speak, but I've played enough games to generally know the vibe here. And that sounds like it'll be difficult. Not impossible, but difficult. Okay, let me go grab the keyboard that has the fat ass. Oh, it's a harder version of a story raid. All I'm hearing is I'm paying for you and Chris to play this game with me and best. No. I don't mind watching people play though. The whole reason why I haven't gotten into Final Fantasy 14 or 15, there are a couple of different games that are still popular that people are playing, is because I know it's a time sink. It's a commitment, and I'm not prepared to make it. I'm not prepared to make it. I'm struggling just keeping up with the games that I've played like off stream, honestly. You may be able to catch me on Saturday playing it on stream. Ooh, I hope so. Oh wait, yeah, nah, we had this conversation. Okay. That would be cool. You were like, if it's Destiny 2 or this, I'm gonna play Destiny 2. It's true. Destiny 2 is one of those season, like renewable type of games that like rolls over into new seasons. The way my life is set up, I gotta pick a struggle. You know what I mean? Like I gotta pick a struggle. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna go get the fat ass keyboard and I'll be right back. Carissa, you might have seen it before. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, I have returned. You can hear my squeaky chair and everything. Okay, the keyboard with a fat ass would be this baby right here. This is Natalia. Natalia has a fat ass. It's pretty fat. And it's also like bezeled out from the rest of the board. Yes, Natalia is pretty and thick. Look at these bezels. This is a class 65 keyboard. I have, I think, tungsten switches in here. Maybe? I'm not gonna lie to you. I built her a while ago and I don't remember what's in here. So let's take a peek. Okay, yes, tungsten switches. I did remember. This is one of my favorite boards. Fun fact, this is a board that has a... What does she sound like? Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna try to clear up space on my very small desk. And maybe we'll do at least a couple of tinkles on the old key. I have no clue if you guys can hear the typing or not. Did I get lube on my hand? No, I don't think so. My hands are clean. No lube here. Let's see. I'm gonna turn up the gain a bit. You're gonna hear my cat. So sorry. Yes. I like her, and I think she's neat. Okay, so let me turn this down now. There's a lot going on. But since you didn't pick it up, I knew it wasn't. Wait. Oh, I thought this one was the lead brick one. No. I did consider showing off that one. That board also has a fat ass. But this one was easier to grab, so I definitely grabbed this one. It be like that. Natalia do be thick. Yes, indeed. And yes, it does have retro 90s vibes. This was inspired by the original Game Boy and also the SNES. More so the SNES. There's actually a weight inside this one that looks like an SNES controller. Why they put it inside and not on the back, I can't tell you. It was a bad decision. But I love Natalia. This is one of my favorites. I'd say maybe my second or third favorite keyboard to type on. Since you didn't grunt pick it up, I knew. Okay, listen. The Heracles 80 is a big boy. That's a big boy. I'm grunting because it takes real work to pick it up. It looks retro but modern. It's nice. Yes. It made me think Game Boy 2. Yeah, the inside killed me. Yes. I don't know why they made the decision. It was not a great decision. No one liked that. But you know, who am I? I don't design keyboards. So they did what they did. Okay, really quick, let me count how many stabilizers I need. Because I've got 1, 2, 3, and I'll have to do one more. So I need 1, 2 for the space bar. 3, 4. So that's exactly how much I need. Great. So let's lube up just this one last housing, and then we'll be ready to do other shit. Maybe one day. I'm gonna lurk and do the soup thing per insistence, and Zeb, I still want that recording. You shouldn't offer and dare people to provide things if you don't want to provide them, Zeb. If you say, I'll do it, I'll bark, I'll cry, and record it too. What do you expect people to do? Not request it? Crazy. Zeb was saying earlier... Zeb was talking earlier about recording crying for Kurisu. We were talking about Zeb's tears being delicious. So apparently Zeb's just making offers, just left and right, doing whatever. As if people won't actually take him up on it. Yeah, Zeb is hella yabai. Shame. Shame her. As if I'm not, you know, over here cracking jokes about how I'm lubing things and fitting them into other things. Ignore that, but we're gonna shame Zeb. I never said that this was a fair channel. Zeb just can't catch a break. Listen, Zeb doesn't give herself a break. That's really what it is. Zeb doesn't give herself a break. That's not my fault. That's not anyone else's fault. Are we not gonna wiggle in here the way you should? That's crazy. Okay, there we go. Listen, people usually don't. Nah, I definitely deserve to be shamed. Sin Crier will bully you. Not enough lube? Well, I'm pretty stacked on lube. I'm pretty sure I could get you lubed up enough to say whatever it is I need you to say. Okay. No. Yes. It's not like you don't like being bullied anyway. Zeb always gets flustered after people read the stories that she writes. I don't know why this is. Zeb's stories are bomb. If you haven't sat in on one of Kurisu's streams, where he's like reading Zeb's scripts, I'd suggest going to Zeb's streams to hear Zeb's scripts, but Zeb doesn't read her own scripts on stream. Which, like, makes sense. From a writer's perspective, I feel like it would also be cringe to sort of, like, just read my own works on my own stream. Her story being super awesome, by the way, of course. Surprising literally no one. Zeb's stories are good. Sometimes we just have fun in Kurisu's stream, just listening to him read and Zeb just dying on the sidelines. I'm not gonna lie, I'm tempted to pull one up and actually just read one now in the middle of in the middle of lubing. Okay, alright, okay. This one's being stubborn. Don't be like this. Just get in there, right? Jeez. Do not. I will read my scripts on Fansly because they're all yabai. I mean, some of them just imply yabai, you know? Like, they're not fully yabai. Do not. I will cry for real. Yeah, do it. That's always fun. Do it. You know what? I may just, like, I know that it doesn't even match, like, the vibe of this stream, but it's my stream and I can do what I want. Maybe when I'm done with the stabilizers, lubing them, I'll open something up. I will make all my scripts yabai if that's what you're implying. Listen. Stubborn switches is why. Stubborn switches is why I said not enough lube. Do stubborn brats count? Because you're one of those, right? Record it and send it to us. Yeah, I agree. You'd have to pay them, you know. Hi, May. Hi, how are you? How did your stream go? I was at dinner, so I wasn't able to stay for the whole thing. I have a yandere script in the works because I was inspired the other night. Oh, snap. I am so ready. I'm so ready. So just to explain what we're doing here, I am building a keyboard, and one of the first steps is lubricating stabilizers. So stabilizers are basically the structure that goes underneath long keys on your keyboard. So think like your spacebar, your enter, your backspace. And I'm just explaining we're all joking about how yabai this hobby is because everything is lubing things to stick into other things and making sure they go up and down smoothly. That's basically the whole hobby. There's nothing say so about keyboards. Stream went well and ended early because apparently the game I was playing was only a demo. Aw, Sag. I hate when it happens. Me too. Fat ass keyboards. Yes, I did show off a couple of the keyboards I have. Well, I hear keyboard building is an expensive hobby to get into. Oh God. Let me tell you, it is. It is. It is. My pockets are hurt. They are injured. I am crying all the time while I stare at my pretty keyboards. When I spoke to my mother, Mama Luminous, about them, she was also concerned. The conclusion that we came to was, at least it's not drugs, which is not a good sign for your hobby. You know, I was looking at your stream earlier while suffering through OBS do be tanking though. It reset all my audio stuff. It is. I try not to like divulge the cost of every single keyboard I have on stream. A lot of the keyboards that I have, I bought, you know, like over the last couple years, because I started my journey in this hobby a couple years ago. But even for a couple years ago, while the pandemic was going on, I basically just spent all of my extra income that I saved from being able to work from home on this hobby, and let me tell you, it's not cheap. The keyboard that we are building today, the price point for this keyboard, the Array, is $365. And that does not include the stabilizers that I'm lubing right now, or the switches, or the keycaps that I will be putting on this board. It is just the internals, the circuit board, and the plate, and the O-rings, and the case itself, of course. Would you say it could be addicting? I think it can be addicting for different people. It depends on what you're in the hobby for. If you're just interested in exploring like the different sounds and different styles of keyboards, then yes, it can be addicting. If you're only in this hobby to sort of get information and figure out what works best for you in a keyboard, then it's not so bad. But I'm a degen and I like pretty things, so me isn't into tarot, Lolita VTubing gaming photography. Also me, at least drawing and writing is free and I'm not on drugs. Yes, exactly though. Exactly though. I like, I'm into enamel pins, and I also like statement fashion pieces. So this plus keyboards, I had a whole platform sneaker phase. It's tough out here. It's rough. I will show you, since you're here and I still have a couple keyboards on hand. I will show you the keyboard that I am currently using. If you hit !keyboard, it's a command that shows you, or at least tells you, which keyboard I'm currently using, because I rotate them out. But the one I'm currently using is this one. This is Lemonade. Oh, right. I'm a crazy keyboard lady, so I name all my keyboards. Yes. So this is, as you can tell from like the command, it is a pink Wind X, which is a 65%. 65 is basically this whole section of the board. And it also has a numpad here. The switches in it, that's like the buttons you press up and down underneath the keys, the keycaps, are Akko ASA keycaps. Yeah. And it's just very cute. This board has like, it's a very minimalist style, but it's still very nice. It's not just a plain rectangle, plain brick. It's cute. And then I was also showing off Natalia briefly. Natalia is my class 65. This is basically what a 65 is, although there's an extra, we'll call this a macro column here. So it looks like you guys can hear that a little bit. Yeah, she thick, she thick, she thick, she thick. She got a booty too, she thick. And there was one other I showed off, but at this point I don't even remember what it was. Oh, the Snake 60 probably? Yeah. Hang on, let me grab that. It's somewhere over here. And these are just the ones that I have like near me. Okay, here we go. So this is Zebana who I named after Zeb. And this is a Snake 60. Named so because Snek. It's me. Yes. So those are just the ones that I have on hand right now. Too many to have on hand. I've got like another 2 in my living room because I was swapping them out for work. And I've got a few that are also in storage. You get all the squeaky chair ASMR right now. Okay. So now that we're done with these stabilizers and we've put them together, we're going to pick the wires that we need. So I need 3 of the shorter ones. And I need 1 longer one for the spacebar. I do not know literally at all what size the spacebar is. So actually I have to check. Give me 1 moment. Oh shoot. How long is this spacebar? Here's an easy way that you can tell. So basically, oh shoot. Did someone fall? Oh no, it's just a case, okay. These holes that are lined up right here in a straight line are for stabilizers. And if I can take out one and like measure, I think I might be able to fit whatever I want in here actually. So let's see. This is the longer stabilizer wire. Oh no, I can't actually. So that's too long. So that means it's a standard 6.25. And I know this sounds like gibberish to you, but I'm going to explain what that means very soon. Okay, yeah, so that's perfect. So basically, when we measure stuff on a keyboard, we measure these things by the units of a single keycap, right? So you know what size a keycap is. It's normally, like, a normal keycap is a square, right? So think like your A key, your S key, your F key. So we base that, that's like the base unit for measuring the length of other like keycap spaces on a board. So for example, your backspace is normally 2.5 U, and U just stands for units. So it's the same size as 2 1/4, that's 0.25, of a normal regular square keycap. So that's how the measurements work, basically. I am gonna put these wires in. Oh, shoot, you know what? I'm skipping something super duper, super de-duper important. I have to lubricate the wires. Now, for anybody who was here last time while I was struggling, truly struggling my ass off trying to get these wires to be straight, this particular type of, stabilizer wires that I have right now, basically I don't have to worry about them being unbalanced. Sometimes if the wires are weird, you can bend them. But these are basically made to always be the same kind of like side and sound no matter what. They're meant to not bend or distort. So that's basically why I don't have to do much with these. I mean, I'm just going to tap on them anyway and see how that's working, but they're pretty much made to be straight. They're molded so that it's hard to bend them. And that's how we keep these straight. Now, when I was building the last keyboard, man, there were so many issues. I had a stabilizer type where the wires were not meant to be straight. You had to like adjust them. And boy, was it a miserable experience. Yeah, all 4 of those are fine. No issues here. So now I have to break out another type of lube because there's a million types of lubes that we use in this hobby. This lube type is called XHT BDZ. Yes, that's a mouthful. No, we don't say the whole thing all the time. But this is specifically for wires. So I'm pretty much just going to put these on the ends of the wires and then fit this together. That's basically what's happening here. So, what I wanted to talk about was just how incredibly busy I've been. It's been a lot. I know that, like, my streams have been very intermittent, and it's kind of like, fuck around and see if you can catch me type of deal. I don't want things to be that way, but my life schedule, especially in the month of February, is just, like, super duper a lot. Without, like, trying to seem, like, weird or arrogant about it, I, have very close friends, basically multiple partners, and they all want to do stuff for, like, Valentine's Day. So it just, February is not a good time for me to do anything, honestly. But I did have some cool adventures, and apparently I'm about to have another adventure. So that's cool. Oh my god, the struggle. Please don't do me like this. You're not even the difficult type of stabilizer. Please don't do me like this. I see. We've chosen the struggle. The issue is the middle piece there doesn't want to stay in place so I can get the wire in. Okay, perfect. I'm busy for the whole month of February because of orgies. I didn't say that. That's not what I said. That's not what I said. I would like it on the record that I did not say that. What's the adventure? Cute though. Weird flex. But okay, no, listen, it's not a weird flex. It's not a flex. It's not a flex. I'm just busy and I have to go out and touch grass. I can't afford to not touch grass. Earlier this month, I went to, and we're venturing into yabai talk here. I went to a sexual art convention. That's basically what it is. It is a sexy art convention where the art that is featured involves sexy and yabai things, like very explicitly. There are like art installations. There's like a little movie theater where they play like really weird avant-garde, like porn, prawn, whatever you want to call it, smexy time videos. And some of the art pieces have prints that are up for sale. I did take pictures, but I can't show any, obviously, because I would like, that sounds like, I'm betting, or she's, no. No. Or, not the con in 4K. Like, eyes wide shut. So some of the movies that they play are kind of like a mix between that type of thing and like just really weird, like homemade for the art type of things that were like published. Sometimes they also circle out like old stuff. I don't spend a lot of time in the theater. I don't really need that to sit in a room full of strangers and watch that. Even for art, it's a little much. But I do like looking around at like the actual art that people have like made to put on display. It is actually an art exhibition, and you can buy the pieces that are on display there. So there's lots of like sculptures and paintings and just like weird contraption pieces put together. Yeah, for the art. It's true. I'm there for the art. I enjoy erotic art. There was there's some really cool mediums there. Someone had a piece that they painted on like just a giant block of wood. Like that was it. It was a giant block of wood, and the style was very like anime-esque. It was like a girl with like a feather boa and stuff. Maybe I'll like post some of the photos to my NSFW Twitter, maybe. I don't know. So like I took pictures, but some of the glass on the photos that they're on display is like really reflective, so you can like totally see me. So we'll have to see how that works out. One of the pieces, oh my god, It was like a luxury, and I mean, like, this is like kind of pretentious, right? So it was a luxury stool with like upholstered velvet, and then on the top of the seat where the velvet was, there was a juicer, like a stainless steel, surgical steel juicer. And it was like, okay, all right, I see that you're not being subtle here at all. We get it. We get it, you know? When the yabai ones are chat. A juicer, literally a juicer though, my guy, a juicer. Of course, there's like, you know, like custom molded like toys and stuff for sale. They have vendors there too. The vendors are usually split. There's a company that's pretty famous for going there to sell pasties. Like they make their own pasties for burlesque dancers and stuff. And there are burlesque dancers that perform all night while people are looking at the art. So that's also a thing. There was a person from like the area that I live in has a lot of interesting private communities in the metro area. So there was a group of people from an organization that has like doms for hire, and they also do classes on like how to dom and how to like tie people up and stuff. So they had a booth where they were running impact play shenanigans. So they had like a flogger and like some interesting implements. They had like a flogger that was made of chains, and I was like, I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't know about that one, Chief. Is this place funded by the government? No, it is not. It's like a private organization and some charitable individuals that support art showcases and stuff like that. The freedom of speech type stuff, you know what I mean? Burlesque. Oh, she's telling us she's a dom for hire. That's not what I said. That's not what I said. We're literally going into the territory of quoting things that I didn't actually say. I did not say that. That's not what I said. I am, in fact, not currently a dom for hire. Oh my god, this stabilizer is gonna kill me. But the organization in question has just been around for a long time. There's like a lot of different niche community orgs and like locations and like clubs where people like secretly hang out and stuff in this area, kind of. So they usually come in and like show out. There's no shortage of people who are here at this event, honestly. Not currently, yes, not currently. I don't wanna lie on stream and be like, oh, I've never. But not currently, no. I could not possibly stream and offer those services to people at the same time. People are work. People are work. And time and effort. People need attention, you know? Tell me more. No. No. You didn't know? Stop. Not everybody, you know, like, chats with me about you buy stuff off stream. So yeah, the art exhibit was really fun. I got to go twice because two different groups of people that I'm very closely connected with wanted to go. So I ended up going twice. I did not buy any of the art that was there, but I did buy some prints of the art that was there because the prints are less expensive. Like these art things are like, they're like art prices. Like this is not like a gimmicky sort of show or anything. These are like actual real art pieces. People put real effort into making them out of the materials that they made them from. And there's all different types represented. There's like photography, there's like clay creations, there's like mixed media. Like I said, there was that one wooden canvas that was just painted on it. And it's really hard, depending on the type of wood, to actually get paint like on raw wood, basically. Someone did a shag carpet piece that was mounted on the wall. So that was interesting. It was basically like the outline of like a femme body. So like boobs and hip curves, that kind of thing. So that was nice. And then there were, you know, a lot of just like straight up paintings Some of them were like mixed, like photo manipulation for stuff. There's a couple series that are just like the outlines of things or like minimalist type pieces. But it was very nice. And the burlesque dancers were cool too. So they have like, basically the burlesque dancers are on stage, right? And they also have like cages at random points throughout the site where other people are like dancing in them and you can like give them tips and stuff. There was a weird display there this year. There were a few different interesting ones. So one of them was like an awning that was very similar to like a confession booth, but on the inside were just like glass dildos. Like that was it. That was the whole thing. Just glass dildos on the inside of a confession booth. And you could like pay to take photos in it. They were all like very iridescent and sparkly and pink. So that was very cute. I couldn't take photos of that one because obviously if you're paying to take photos in the space, they're not going to let you get away with it. Oh, this wire won't snap in. There we go. There was also a piece, oh my god. So one of the cool, not like smexy art pieces was like a bunch of CRT TVs that all had like different hues and like filters placed on the images. And there was like a centralized like GoPro that these were all connected to somehow. So you could walk up to it and like see your face in like, I want to say 6 to 8 different types of TVs of different sizes, all with different filters on them. And that was super cool. That was very interesting. I have no clue whose piece that was or like what inspired it, but it was there. It was super cool. Yeah, it was really nice. It was really hard to take photos of it though, because like if you, the GoPro only got pictures or like got the image of you from the front, right? And then if you wanted to take photos of yourself on the filter, you had to take a picture of the TV. And if you've ever tried to take photos in front of a screen, like the glare and everything, your phone doesn't even process like the light coming from the screen well. So it was just impossible to take a photo in front of it. You should slap a GameCube with a Smash Bros. Made no lag and runs flawless. Don't tell me that's not sexy. That is sexy, but in a different way. Okay, I think we're done with the lube. I swear, my very first emote is gonna be just like a big bottle that says lube on it. Okay, so now that we're done with these stabs, we get the fine privilege of struggling to put those onto the PCB. I am always struggling here just because all the small pieces. I'm gonna have to rely very heavily on my tweezers here because these nails are not cutting it. Not me opening up side right now. I'm not even gonna hold you up. If you're actually opening side, a big bottle of like thick creamy lube with like a butterfly on top, perfect for an emote. Okay, so I want to say putting the stabs on the PCB is actually not that hard, but it is something that you have to actually like look at. This camera's super shitty. I'll probably set up my new camera, which might be better, question mark, when I come back. But basically, if you've got these holes that are lined up like this, that's where you put stabilizers. So like there's a pair of them over here on the sides. I can bring this a little closer. There's a pair of them over here. We've got these for the space bar here. And then there's 2 sets of them over here and up here. And that's very typical because if you think about a keyboard, you get your backspace up here, your enter goes here, your space bar obviously goes here, and then you have your left shift, right? So I'm just gonna snap these in, and then I'm going to screw them in. That's pretty much how we're doing this. This PCB, so one of the issues I was having last time is that the PCB did not accept screw-in stabilizers, but supposedly this one is supposed to be compatible with them. I'm not 100% sure how that is, but That's what they said. I think it's mostly how it fits into the case. I think it's supposed to be able to fit into the case. Not me getting ahead of myself and not selecting my tools before I start putting the stabs in. Why are we like this? Why are we here? Why do we struggle? You know? So yeah, the art convention was super cool. I went 2 weekends in a row. I ended up buying an art piece. And because of the special pass that I had, oh shoot, I didn't put the washer on there. I was able to go twice without paying any extra money, which is good. And I also got a cool pin. They had like a pin to commemorate this year. Apparently, if you've gone a certain number of years in a row, either as a vendor or like as a guest, you get like a special pin. They like keep track of your like the payment method, I think, for it. Don't be like this. Oh, are these hex screws? Damn, these are hex screws. God damn. This isn't even the right bit. Not me throwing a temper tantrum in the middle of stream because I picked the wrong bit. That's exactly what's happening though. I'm so sorry. Ooh, that's cute. Now I want the pin. It's event only, but they also had, okay, they had some very yabai pins that I bought just because they were yabai. So they had like these little tiny 1/2 inch circle pins that said like I heart I heart cock and I heart pussy on there. And like I didn't need them, but because they had them to offer and they were only $6, I decided to get them anyway. So I'm putting them on one of my jackets. Truly yabai. Not another brat keyboard. No. The screws are my usual area of struggle. This is a me thing, not a keyboard thing. The keyboards are just doing their thing. I'm the problem. It's me. I'm toxic. Okay, here we go. Okay, but I would actually go to the event anyway, so like win-win. Yes. Okay, yes. It is such a fun event. Apparently they throw like some different versions of it throughout the year in different cities and places. I don't want to give away the name of the event because I feel like you could definitely figure out where I live based on based on the name of the event. But it is actually very fun. Okay. So then we've got another washer. I got one right here. And then we're gonna put this screw in here. Work smarter, not harder. And then after we get the screw in there, we're gonna do this. My problem, yep, shit, I knew it was gonna be like this. The problem is that the screws are magnetized, which is normally great. But it means as soon as like my bit gets close to it, it wants to come out of the hole. All right, here we go. We got it, boys. We got it. She got the Yabai Art Battle Pass. I mean, that is literally what happened. Yabai Art Battle Pass. And also Yabai Art. I have Yabai Art I will be actually putting up on my walls. Okay, here we go. Round 2 of 4. Putting in these dang-on stabilizers. So I did that 2 weeks in a row with different people, and it turned out great. But right after that, I also had a convention to go to, and this convention was not yabai at all. This was a very good and wholesome convention that was about spirituality. So it's like for witches and people who just have like alternative spiritual beliefs. And that was cool. I was there for 4 days. No. Thank you, Shalakar, for coming through. I hope their work passes quickly. Got $6.99 channel points. Let's go. Nice. New hit Tubi direct to video. She screwed me. Not the Tubi movie. Oh my god. Jail. Actual jail though. Nothing you buy about it is beautiful. Always Tubi. I like how like the direct to DVD and like Lifetime gimmicks have just passed on to Tubi. Let me see if I can get this online. This is not in the way it should be. Ah, there we go. You can tell it's in when there's a little click. There are so many jokes that can be made about this hobby. It truly is a shame. Truly is a shame. You don't just ask the screws, right? Hey, baby, am I in there? You actually wait for the click. They're so good, derogatory. So the convention was actually really cool. I got to learn a lot of stuff. I got to try my hand at reading tea leaves. So that was interesting. I went to another panel, I guess is what we'll call them. Where a formerly Christian, but now like, I don't know, I don't want to just say like he's pagan now. There's a specific religion that he's got a high ranking in that's related to Thor specifically and other gods for that pantheon. It's very Rudic. But he did an interesting panel on oath breaking, which was like hella dope. I'm just gonna struggle forever with these screws I see. So just like a Q&A on like, what is an oath? What counts as an oath? What is like an oath in the modern times, right? Like, oh my God, please. Screw, please. She Screwed Me is right. Direct to DVD. Direct to 2D. Crazy. And like, what does it feel like to break an oath? They did like a minor oath and sort of like broke it live in the lesson so you could feel, quote unquote, you know, like the change of the change in the vibe of someone who is just like being blatantly dishonest. I feel like a lot of the things that were taught there related a lot to actual real life. I feel like people have a feel for vibes and integrity, you know, like judging character and stuff like that. And having like a mystical vocabulary to it doesn't make it like not real. Like you can tell when you're dealing with somebody who's more than likely like actually down to scumbaggery. So it's interesting to see like the language of that for a con. So you a witch IRL as well? I would say so. Oath breaking, wait, that's so fucking dope. Yeah, it was a really good con. I was about to make one, but I'm gonna have to make one off stream because Twitch says no, it do be like that. I would call myself a witch. I try not to be very strict about the titles of it. But I think I do enough stuff to like just be called a witch just for like to shortcut it. If I could put it the way I wanted to in a long-winded way, I would just say that I have spiritual beliefs that involve ritual representation of how to manifest my will in the world, right? So I don't think that you have to believe in magic to like focus your intent to make things happen. Like that's what people do normally, right? You have a dream and you work for it. If you want to be a VTuber, right, you have to do research, put in effort, actually learn things, and then put the steps together to actually stream, right? That could be called a ritual in and of itself. There are streamers that have like checklists that they do before they go live. That could be considered, you know, like theoretically a spell for good luck, etc., etc. So yes, but like you don't have to like call me a witch per se. I will say if you look on my Twitter, I am labeled as a night witch fae, but that's mostly because of my theme and my powers, at least in terms of my VTuber lore. I've been wanting to do more stuff on stream that has to do with witchy stuff, just because I think it's cool to learn about it. And also some of it relates like really well to real life. I really like how my nails look on camera. Some of the stuff is cool. Like I do tarot. I have some tarot decks. I am summoning the courage to do readings on stream, or at least to go over like, you know, reading information. But I just want to be, you know, like careful with it. There's a lot to know, and I'm not like a master at any one particular thing, so. Okay, here we go, our stabilizers. That's a great mindset. I love that you're actually into the craft and VTube is a witch. That's cool. Thank you. Your nails are amazing. It's okay, I'm halfway there. Yeah, I think it's cool, but you know, you want to be respectful to everybody. Some people, you know, don't have those sort of beliefs or they feel threatened by them. I'm not over here, you know, like casting spells on people to like make them fail at what they're doing or anything like that. Like, that's kind of crazy. I feel like, you know, not to get too mystical with it or anything, but if you make your life about negativity, you're going to attract that kind of thing. And regardless of if you believe in magic or not, maybe it's not great to base your whole personality around like hating other people. Probably not a good look, you know. But I do think that like kind of like and I know you're gonna groan when you hear this, but kind of like zodiac stuff, right? Like when we talk about personalities and things like that, right? Obviously your zodiac doesn't predict everything about you, but it sorts people's personalities into different groups based on their habits. And sometimes it's very useful to look at those things and compare and contrast with the habits that people have. Now, the problem that people have is they read the descriptions and they say, oh, well, you have to be like this because you were born in this time, this month, or whatever. But like most things, that's not really how it works. We're all, you know, even if you believe in astrology, right? If you're born at a certain day and time. What are you doing? I'm stupid, so I don't know. Oh, no. We'll explain. I'll take a break really quick. I am building a mechanical keyboards. I have examples of finished ones, so let me pull one up real quick. This is an example of a keyboard that I built. So we just put the stabilizers on. Stabilizers are these little plastic and wire housings. So these things here, here, and here. And those go underneath the long keys, like your spacebar, your backspace, your enter key, and your left shift. So I just finished putting those on, and now we're gonna snap in our switches. Switches are the buttons that go underneath your keycaps, and when you press down on them, they tell the circuit board that you're pressing a key. That's like the long and short of it. Hopefully, that I didn't go too fast. We were also just talking about witchery. My streams are sporadic, so I was filling everyone in on what I've been up to. Oh, thanks for going back and saying what you do. Oh, no, absolutely. I want people to learn. I actually end up repeating this every time I build a keyboard, but not everyone knows what these components are. So it's important, I think, to be patient with people who want to learn. So now we've got this plate. And that fits over here like so. And then we can start taking these out of here. I think they usually say very general things about people, which one or more of said things will apply to everyone, so I'm not a believer myself. Yeah, so in terms of like the zodiac stuff, right? You can get very specific with those things, but people say generic stuff because you're more than likely to catch people who have certain base traits in common with each other if you do that. It's like, so think of it this way. If you're talking to, if your therapist is trying to give you like advice, right? Like just as an example, if they're giving advice to you and they know about you, it's going to be very specific. But say you're doing a group therapy session with like 4 or 5 people and they want to try to give you advice that most people can relate to. They're going to give you something more generic. And as you add more and more people to the pool, your advice has to become more and more generic to cover the base traits that people have, right? The problem with that is that it doesn't take into account that people are affected by different things. So like when you're born, even if you believe in it, right? You're born on a certain date at a certain time, so you have base personality traits. The way that you're raised, the people you meet, the things that you see and like and do and participate in, all of these things influence you as a person. So as you get older, you grow into some of those traits, but you also grow out of or away of some of those traits, right? So if someone doesn't know you, they can't get a read on which things you're closer to or away from. So they just list generic stuff that's based on like the clean slate of what that zodiac is supposed to be. but it can't really apply to anyone because it's generic. I realize I've gone an hour without hydrating, so. And I'm not even saying, you know, that you have to be a believer or anything just because there's that nuance. But Zodiac is like really fun for like making characters or even just taking a look at what you have in common with other people. Thank you for the hydrate. I'm actually going to do it again. It's been a while. So it's very important to keep in mind that like Zodiac stuff is definitely generic, right? You're supposed to take the parts that resonate with you and leave the parts that don't, because everyone's different. Your life is different. Two people could have very similar upbringings and become very different people. So it's not like hard guidelines, and people treat it like that. It's the difference between someone having your whole ass star chart and getting told, IDK, I'm a Scorpio, I guess. Yeah, exactly. And also, even if you have someone's star chart, like, let's be for real. Having someone's star chart tells you, here's the specific nuances of what a person's personality would start off being based on your chart. You might have lessons or influences or mentors, or even if you go to therapy like really early in life, right? You might have people teaching you lessons to sort of get out of negative things or be more into your positive traits. So the Zodiac stuff is just a base. If you take it as gospel, you're gonna fuck yourself up, basically. It's not a good look, honestly. Okay, I think I need my switch fork. My handy dandy switch fork. Okay, so basically what I'm gonna do for this step is I'm gonna start putting these switches into these holes. Basically, you wanna line them up. There's these wires at the top. I know that this is not a focus camera, so it's hard to see. But there's these two copper prongs that are right at the top. I'm going to align them with these two holes here at the top of each square cutout and then press them in. I have this switch fork to help out. God, those switches are cute. I really think they're adorable. They're based on like a bird. I think I have the bottle. I use this for lubing springs now, but this is the pink robin bottle and it has like little birdies on it. Cute little birdies. So I'm going to use this switch fork basically to hold this up the distance it should be. So like you want there to be a gap between where you put your switches and the plate, the PCB. And part of the reason why you want this gap is because if everything is super sandwiched together, you're gonna punch directly into the circuit board and it's gonna actually damage the circuit board. There's a couple other things I want to explain, but let me get this first switch in. Just to show you an example of what this looks like, you want to see this top being flush with the plate. That's how you know it's in all the way. Sometimes there's also a pop sound, like a popping sound, but not always. So you kind of have to just pay attention. It depends on the material, what the plate is made out of, what the switches are made out of. Usually there's a popping noise, but not always. And there are lots of, you know, like YouTube videos and things on this, like tutorials on how to put stuff together. That's part of the reason why I like to record these and put them on YouTube. Is because, you know, maybe someone doesn't want to look at a video from 2 years ago about how to do it. They want to see someone else do it live and not just like a clear cut, here's me, I'm a perfect keyboard builder, I've built 100 keyboards. I think it's important to see someone who's kind of messy, who's like an everyday sort of person doing it. That way, you know, you can make mistakes. And believe me, I've made mistakes on stream. For real. I think it's probably the time of year people are born. That does affect them. But it's more like people are different at different times of the year and that'll affect people as children or something like that. I think that that's valid. I think there's something to be said about that. I don't think there's one answer. Honestly, I think that you have to remember these are, you know, like cultural ways that people like explore the world. Like just think of like Greek mythology, for example. We don't view things the same way now, at least in the Western world, as they did then, right? So these are just people trying to understand the human, you know, like personality the best way they can. So some things are like really insightful and they work really well, and other things are really weird and people are like, no, I don't like that. So if you notice any patterns or you think something actually makes sense and it works, then just run with that gut feeling and make sure that you're not trying to apply like really weird rules to everyone, because everyone's different. As long as you're doing that, I feel like you're probably good. Humans have a lot of things in common. We all have like very similar brains that are made to do similar things. So I think it's really difficult to go wrong, honestly. Certain groups of people do have things in common. I don't think it's weird to say that or to see a pattern. It's when you start telling other people what to do or what they have to be like that there's an issue, I think. The jokes I want to make and can't. Gonna pay Lumi to bully me while I make my first keyboard. Bully you how, though? No, Zeb, you're not doing that right. Motherfucker, why are you like this? Do it again. Just full Dom mode. This isn't good enough. I'll show you later. Okay. Try harder, damn it. To be fair, I just have to say, like, okay, so the jokes are all well and good. But being a Dom is more than being mean to people. I know that, like, Zeb knows this, because Zeb is, like, a professional brat, right? But there's actually a lot of encouragement involved in being a Dom, or at least, you know, caretaking and stuff like that. I think you guys can hear these pops. They're popping in very loudly now at this point. There we go. Damn, we get a Sleeping Beauty. I can service top when I want to. I believe you. I actually do believe you. That is not a joke. That is parentheses genuine. Yeah. So like, be realistic, right? So like, jokes aside, people actually need attention and love, and a lot of people are not in an environment where they can get it the way that they need to. So honestly, a lot of doming is like listening to people and having conversations with them and like trying to help them improve. It's not all fun and games with like, yeah, bend over on the table, you know. There are some people who are like super into that, but like, think of like how you would want someone to treat you, right? A lot of people just want that, like just regular, degular, like treat me like a person so I can feel special type of stuff. That's why, like, if you've ever heard about like people who do smexy work, half the time they're just paying to like sit and listen to people. It's really true, honestly. Yeah, it's not all what you see on TV, basically. Yeah, like you have those fun moments for sure. Absolutely. Like, I make a lot of jokes in like Kurisu's chat and in Zeb's chat sometimes, you know, but honestly, I feel like the point of it is to just give people what they need and like be the boss of them enough to tell them that they can't go without the things that they need and like make them actually do it. Like IRL, you know, like, I don't know how old people are in this chat. Do not tell me, do not put your ages in the chat. But just saying, you reach a certain point where you kind of realize in life that there are no actual rules to this shit and you have to teach yourself how to do things. Can't confirm. They really just want to sit and talk. Yeah. I mean, I've been in situations with friends even where they're just like, I just, you know, want somebody to care about me and make me feel important. It's truly just like, if you are not at least 19, leave. EGGG. Yeah, same. Absolutely. This is marked as a mature stream, so like, I don't feel bad. But don't, you know. Yeah, so like, as an adult, you get to this point where you realize that like the roadmap people have given you your whole life is like not it, right? Like every situation is different. The way that your parents and other people who are older than you grew up is different than what you're going through now. There are some things that apply, and those are very useful things, but not everything applies, right? You get into situations where you make like really bad decisions and you're like, damn, if I had done something different, this whole situation would have been different. And you get to a point where you kind of realize, dang, I could have. This is not going in the way it should. Sag. You're like, dang, I could have made a different decision if I knew that I could have made a different decision. And that's tough because sometimes you go through really hard things You make the decisions that you think you have to make, and then you find out later that it's like screwed you up for life, basically. Trash. Absolute garbage. I've docked myself so many times. I'm glad you managed to avoid doing it today. Yeah, but it's tough. It's really tough. And if you had that hindsight, things would be really different. But we grow up with, like, you know, the rules that our parents teach us or that we hear repeated over and over. And it takes a long time to realize, like, yes, there are certain things that you should do in life. However, there are some other things that you don't actually have to do. You can sort of forge your own path, make your own decisions. Like, if you think something is really toxic and it's not good for you, even if it's the thing that everyone's recommending, you can just decide, nah, I'm not going to do it, you know? And sometimes you need permission or someone to tell you that, like, it's okay to do those things. And I find that doming and, like, all this other, you know, like, lifestyle BDSM kind of thing is basically just people looking for excuses to do that, you know, to, like, have somebody tell them, hey, it's cool to actually just want to take care of yourself, or it's cool to indulge in this thing that you like. It doesn't really bother me unless you want to come over to England and fight me. I'm not really worried. I am not coming to England to fight anybody. Going across the pond would be way too expensive. Right now, anyway. So yeah, just, you know, like those kind of things. It's not all it's cracked up to be. There's a lot of, like, humanities work in it, which I think people are surprised by. A lot of people just think, oh, like, you know, it's super fun. And it can be super fun, but a lot of it is, like, emotional work. Like, a lot of it is emotional work. Getting into fisticuffs. I am not getting into fisticuffs with anybody. Not you specifically, but people I've doxed myself to, oh yeah. This reminds me of, like, people being mean to VTubers because they're, like, over a certain age. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. That's crazy talk. The number of people that I know who are, like, older, and there have been people in their inbox that are just like, oh man, or old lady, get off the internet. And I'm just like, the audacity. Bez! For those of you who do not know, Bez is a lovely streamer. He gets up to, like, lots of interesting things. I have been pleasantly surprised by the variety of content. Although he does do gaming. I've also watched this Spider-Man, because he is in fact a demon spider of some sort, wash dishes and cook. Very cool. It felt like I was hanging out with a friend. It was very nice. Young people just disrespectful, derogatory, yes. Ah, yes, me and my fellow youth. Yeah. We're building this keyboard today. You've seen me build a keyboard, Bez. But this one is called the Array 65. It's by the same company that did my Snake 60, which I most recently put together. The one with the cool snake weight. I don't know if you've seen it. I'll show it off at some point if you're patient. I did fall directly to sleep in the dishwashing stream. It was such a good stream. Man, people say that, like, you have to always be doing something super huge and bigger and better to have good content. But I feel like good content is so, subjective. So, like, maybe, you know, watching your friend wash dishes is not, like, your idea of a good time. But it's very relaxing in a way to just be able to put something on in the background and just be like, cool. I've got someone keeping me company, like, while I'm doing work or studying. Some people that have high energy streams, I do love those kind of streams. I think they're neat. But if you are easily distracted, like I am, or you get engrossed in what other people are doing because you're nosy, like I am, it's really tough to keep focused on work while I'm listening to stuff in the background. So I really like chill streamers that just sort of do their own thing. I need a few more. Good content is whatever the fuck the person says good content is, and people can just shut up, to be pretty honest. Yeah. Dishwashing stream was great. Please do more. Yeah, I'm actually trying a new weapon in Monster Hunter right now. What weapon are you trying? I'm not a Monster Hunter junkie, but I did play Worlds for a short time. All my friends had it. They definitely wanted me to like try it out. They were like, "Oh no, it's okay. We can like do missions together, so you don't have to feel, you know, like stuck." They basically offered to carry me. I was oh shoot, was it Bowgun? Sword and Shield, my OG main, but I'm a weeb. Okay, longsword user now. I mean, I know enough people who played the OG games to know exactly what you're referring to, but longsword is pretty good right now. It's kind of the tech, especially in Rise, I think. Longsword is the truth. I'm getting folded by the demon hound thingy right now. The Ododron. Oh, okay. I don't even think I beat the story for Monster Hunter World. I think I got close. I think I got pretty close. I was only like maybe 1 or 2 missions away. But like in terms of like hunting all the extra creatures that you can do afterwards, like the Kirin and stuff like that, oh no, it's a wrap for me. I'm only a filthy casual. And I prefer to only play with friends so that I don't bog down whoever it is I'm playing with, because some people actually need real talent to get these missions done, and I'm not actual real talent. Could you, like, Monster Hunter has always been a community of people who actually try to help each other get better at the game for the sake of everyone being able to, you know, like, eat good in terms of making, you know, like, their weapons and armor and stuff. And knowing that I have no desire to play and get particularly good, I just save people the trouble and only play with friends who are like prepared to lose a fucking 1.5 hour long conquest because I'm not good enough. If you're not ready for failure, we shouldn't be playing together because you'll just get mad, you know? Even though I play Destiny now, it's basically the same thing. I'm glad I wasn't streaming because I almost threw my monitor out of the window. No! Not throwing your monitor out the window. But for real though, like, Monster Hunter monsters really get under your skin like that though. Like, they're very bratty and cheeky, and they will like purposefully switch up the pattern that you know them to operate under just to get on your nerves. It's not fun. Like, monster hunting is not fun. If you're the type of guy that really likes the idea of going to like hunt to make your own shit, like if you're ready for the zombie apocalypse, then Monster Hunter is the game for you. I don't know about anybody else. Not sure about anybody else though. Bro, RIP. You were mauling pretty hard the other day. Yeah. It's me, I'm a Monster Hunter monster. Okay, so, oh, shoot, I forgot over here. How could I have forgotten? This is the left shift. Okay. So this is our finished PCB. And I kind of see how they said that this is compatible with screw-in stabilizers. So the O-ring normally goes in between the PCB and the plate. And you can sort of see how they've engineered this so that there's this extra inlet right here for your O-ring to stretch on the inside and be able to fit. So that's dope. So now we're going to see if we can actually get it to fit into the case. For me, with this build, this is all that I have to do. I do want to say... this is a hot swap version of it. So hot swap means it has these black sockets on the back that allow you to just punch in your switches. I want to inform everyone who's watching this stream that there are other ways to put your keyboards together. Usually you would actually solder the pins from the back of your switches into the board. So like if these sockets weren't here, you could actually, you know, like grab some metal and solder them into the PCB. Now that locks them in there basically forever. However, if there are like certain special layouts and stuff you can get, and more options. Like the way that the hot swap sockets are made, once you lay them out, it kind of locks in the position of the sizes of certain keys. And some people truly like custom builds where like they have split backspace. So like instead of the backspace being just one long key, it's like 2 normal keys, that kind of thing. Some people do some like crazy layout magic. I'm just not one of them. So I am just not one of them. I can't solder in the place that I currently live because I have ventilation issues and also like my pets. Also, I think this should go this way so I can have like a normal caps lock. This is caps lock. We'll see. So yeah, like all of my builds are kind of like babby. Normally it takes at least an hour to solder your switches in. But I don't like doing that. And also to a certain degree, I can't do that. So tough for me. There is really quickly a daughter board that came with this. Here we go. Now the daughter board is a smaller separate circuit board that has the USB portion in here. Now the reason why they separate this from the other section of the board is because it offers ESD protection. So basically if there's like any static shocking to your PCB, the idea is that the daughter board here, this chip here, would take the brunt of that and you would have to replace this if it gets fried instead of replacing the whole PCB. That's like the general idea behind it. So what I'm gonna do is hook this up, put this together and plug it in so I can test if all the switches are working before I actually put this whole thing together. I could be lazy and just put it together and then test, but that's not great. Honestly, in an ideal situation, you're supposed to plug the PCB in and test it before you even put switches in it for like warranty reasons. Because if you get like a dud PCB or something like that. But I'm a bitch that likes to live on the edge and I don't do that. So don't be like me if you're building your own. You'll want to try to test it yourself without being like me. This is just how I do things because I'm trash. Is soldering just to secure them better? It's not just to secure them better. It's also just because it does allow more flexibility in the layout. But it does secure them better, I would say that. There are some builds you can do that are plateless. So this top portion here wouldn't have to be here to keep these switches in place. If you have a plateless build, sometimes you get like more flex or more bounce on the board. So like when you press down, you can feel the PCB bending and that kind of thing. So kinda. I'd say like 1 out of 2 reasons. It does secure them better though. Really quickly, let's see if I can test. I'm gonna try to test the keyboard. Give me 1 second. I have an app to do this, but I'm honestly just lazy AF. So let me bring up this screen. Does that actually do it? No, it does not. Okay, shoot. Sorry, that's like hella big. But I'm just gonna go through and press these and see if they actually work. Okay, here we go. I've got this whole number row. We got the escape key. That one is working. Backspace. We've got the delete key. Page up and page down. I'll have to change that. Function. Let's see if the function key is working. Okay, so if I hit function and F1, function and 1, I get F1. This down arrow isn't working though. So let's see if I can take this out and put it back in. If I have to replace the switch, I will. Hopefully it won't come to that. Hopefully it's just like a bent pin or something. Usually if one of the pins end up being bent, you can just use a pair of tweezers to bend it back and then put it back in. You just have to make sure that it is straight. And that's basically it. This one, yeah, it's just bent. So let's see. I don't know if I want to deal with it though. I might just use a new switch just because. I'm lazy. And I have extra switches. Okay, here we go. All right, so we've got that. That works. We've got this second row here. Third row. Fourth row. The shift. Question mark. All right, so we've got Control, Windows, and Alt. And then here we have another Alt. And what is this? Is that another function key? That's kind of crazy. Oh, nope, that's not. Oh, no. That's not what I meant. Okay. So, now that we know all of these work, let's see. Surprise extra button. Yeah, what a neat app. I thought you were going to type something in Word. No, it's just easier to check. Let's see if I can get this other thing to come up. Interesting. Okay, so it registers the keyboard as being here, but it won't give me the file load. So what that tells me is there's an issue in their firmware. So like the layout that they have here, the keyboard works, but I can't load it here. So what I may have to do is look it up offline and then try to change it. So basically what I was going to do, I have a program that I use called Vial, and Vial is very useful for changing your key map. And what I mean by that is if you have certain keys that you want to be certain things when you press them, you can actually do a custom layout. So for example, if I wanted one of my keys to be, like say I don't use the arrow keys at all. I could change them to be something else, like volume up and volume down or something like that. Okay, we're done here. So everything works for now. That's good enough. It looks like I have an extra function key here, and then I have another function key here. I want to change that, but I won't be able to change it anytime soon, so I'll wait until after stream. Looking at how much time we're at 1:58. That's pretty good. I didn't go through the looping section as thoroughly as I normally do, which I don't think is a bad thing, by the way. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna set this up here for right now. We're gonna grab the case. We're finally working with the case. Okay. So let me grab the case and the O-ring. That's the O-ring right there. This is the case. Okay. So this has to go in here. So it should go, slip right in there. And then I can use the screws here to basically seal it down. Oh, it looks like there's like a little niche spot for everything to go. You can tell it's supposed to fit there because there's grooves and stuff. So basically, are these hex screws or they are hex screws? Cool. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked by doing stuff. Where did I put my screwdriver? Did I lose it that quickly? How did we get here? Oh no, I've lost the thread. I've lost the plot. Oh, here it is. Never mind. I'm just blind. That's actually the issue. The issue is that I'm blind. Surprise extra, but yeah. And then what a neat app. There's a lot of like cool, these are not magnetized screws. How dare they? How dare they? The audacity to not give me magnetized screws. How dare you? Okay. So now I just have to lodge them in there. And then screw it in. That's kind of crazy. It's not the worst, but you know, it's like there's little quality of life stuff, you know. I can see why they don't want it to be magnetized though, because it's so close to the daughter board. It's kind of like, what the heck? So let me do it this way. I am gonna thread this through here first and then sit this down. That is what I'm gonna do. Yep, that is definitely better. And then I'm gonna angle this and start screwing. If I can get it in there. I feel like, oh god. So much of this hobby is getting things into holes. Did we get it in there? I can't tell if I got it in there. Sir and or madam. Please. Okay, it does look like I got it in there. My question is that too small? This bit seems like it's too big. Yeah, it is. Okay. I just wanted to know what was up because I couldn't feel it actually screwing in, which is kind of a problem, to be honest. Ugh. This is so sus sounding. I love it. Everything here. Magnetized screws would be like standard. It depends. So like, here's what I'll say. Different types of, I guess we'll call them features, kind of depend on the board and how expensive it is and what kind of experience it's supposed to be giving you. So I regret to inform literally everyone with ears here that's going to hear me say this, but a board that is $365, similar to this one here. Yes, in case you didn't hear me say that number earlier, that is the cost of this board. Yes, it is. The ranking it would have on a scale of high quality to low quality would be mid-range based on the price. Based on the quality that I can see here, Parallel gives you like low side of high-end quality for their prices, so they do punch a little bit above the quality you would expect for this pay grade. But the price is firmly in the middle. Like like it's not exactly a luxury board, however, is definitely better than what we call entry level board. Oh, that's not screwing in at all. Get in there. I see. This screw is just going to be difficult. I think I actually have to take this one out and then align this one and put it in. Actually, I don't know why I'm trying to gravel at these nails. It was a bad idea. There we go. Okay. Is it actually in there? Oh no. These screws are so hard to tell, like when they are actually in. It's kind of nuts. It's kind of crazy. Okay. That's in there. Great. Superb. So now we just have these last two on the bottom. It was the angle. It's hard to get in there because it's such a tight space. You don't want to scratch the anno finish on this aluminum because this is such an expensive board, but okay. That angle is not working, sir. Screws are the bane of my existence in this hobby. You'd think it would be something that's actually more difficult to manage, but it's just screws. Screws are my mortal enemy. Is it in yet? It is! It's in there. It's in there, but I can barely feel it. Oh no. It's actually true though. I can't actually feel when the screws don't tighten. So when I get them all the way down in there, there's still no tension between the the screw head and the and I actually have to look to observe whether or not it's been screwed in all the way. This can go in a little more actually. Okay, if I push down on it, I get a little more. I just don't want to strip them, because if I want to take this out later, it'll be a pain. Keyboard switch, yes. This is keyboards. This is, yes, it is keyboards. Keyboards are what's happening. Okay, and you can see that the USB-C is in there, so that's how we know it's screwed in properly. Everything is lined up. So here is what we are gonna do. We're gonna, actually, I'm gonna put the O-ring on first. Slow clap. Okay, so this goes exactly the way you think it would. It straight up just goes around the PCB, and the goal is for the O-ring to be in between the space where the PCB and the plate are. Because of this mount type, like this capitalizes specifically on the space in between these. This is a type of build where there's no foam, right? There's no foam in these builds. Normally in a build, there are foam layers to try to isolate the sound or change the sound a little bit to either improve it or even just to give you some customizability. So you can choose the materials you want based on the kind of sound for your keyboard that you would like. That's the general idea. So that's interesting, I suppose. That's what we'll call it. We'll call it interesting. Okay, let me get this JST cable in here. Oh god, it doesn't want to go in. I don't want to use force. Just go in. I could just hear Zeb screaming now. It's keyboards, I promise. Twitch. Papa Twitch. It's keyboards. Okay, there we go. There we go. A obligatory moaning moment. I couldn't help it. I'm so sorry. Okay. So what we're gonna do to put this in is please don't ban my stream or Twitch side. I promise it's for free. Yes, just a little bit for free. I need to make a keyboard that says harder, daddy. Okay, so to slide this in, we're gonna align this down here at the bottom and push this in and try to slide this. We're gonna push this in a little further. Try to make sure this O-ring is settling where it's supposed to. I want to make sure it is. It's kind of giving me a little bit of trouble. Just a little bit. Let's see. I don't want to use metal. I think I have like a little spudger thing that I use on metal so that I don't scratch it. So I'm going to make sure that this is tucked in while we're... Oh, goodness. I can hear it sort of scratching. That's not great. It's like it's almost there. It's so close. I feel like maybe I pushed it down a little too early. Okay, there we go. Squish, squish. This is not the best way to do this. I'm just being real ghetto because I don't want to take the whole thing out to put it in there again. But I might have to anyway. Because this side's gone in there comfortably, but this side has not. And I don't want to force it too much. Like, if you gotta force it too much, it's probably better, for you to take it back out. Okay. So let me try this again. And... Oh, shoot. I pulled it out. Dang. Don't you hate it when it slip out? Ignore me, Papa Twitch. Listening to you in the background is interesting. And you redeemed an Ada. Okay, let me get this in here. And then I'll give you your Ada. Sheesh. This is the part of the stream where your parents walk in and ask, what are you watching? Oh god, please don't watch me anywhere where your parents can hear. I mean, honestly, most of the time it's fine. These are just pretty by. Who listens to Twitch out loud? Who does that? For me, it's headphones or nothing, baby. I can't imagine a world. You know, like, isn't that weird? I can't imagine a world. Oh, some of this is peeking up above where it's supposed to be. Okay. There we go. Okay. It is still just this corner, and I bet it's this stabilizer right here. I'm gonna force it up this way just so I can press it down a little more. Because I feel like I'm not using enough force, and that's the actual problem. The actual problem is me being a bitch baby about putting this in. I may, if I'm having like what I feel is too much difficulty, I may look at the build guide. Just to make sure I'm not doing anything crazy or ruining the build. I need this to be further in there, you know? Okay, there we go. There we go. I got it in there. Cool. Oh. Wait, hang on. Adjustments are necessary. It's like, I got it in there for a split second, but when I pushed it further down, it was like, nope. Let's see. My spudger is doing the Lord's work right now. I'm not even gonna hold you up. Okay. I think we've got it in there. Yeah, okay. There's some flex. I can feel it. I can see it going up and down. It's just gonna be difficult in this one part. Because they made this PCB to use screw-in stabilizers, and there are other types of stabilizers. I won't go into, you know, like the whole thing. But that's part of the reason why I had issues with the last build I did. It required a different kind of stabilizer. This is supposed to be more compatible, but I think by more compatible they mean it's different. It's different. But I got it in there. I think that's fine. I can still see it flex down a little bit. Yep, even on this side where that is. So that's actually good. Not me for sure. I'm waiting for a wrong hole joke. Oh no, senpai. You got the wrong hole. If this was a dojin though, they'd be like, but I like it though. Yabai, yabai, yabai. Zeb, don't kill me. Insert disc 2 for right hole. Hi, Flamin', how are you? Okay, before I deliver your Ada and put the keycaps on this bad boy, this has been a quick build, man. 213 we're already at already? That's pretty dope. I guess that's what happens when you lubricate all your switches in time. You don't have to you don't have to go like waste several hours doing it. Oh, okay, here we go. This is what I was looking for. I wanted to find the top to these tweezers. All of these things can go back into my tool bag. I'm gonna do a little cleanup. And don't worry, you guys will get like a little typing didgeridoo also as well. Oh. Okay, that is actually not the wrong hole. Here we go. Let me put my switch fork back. Oh, and you know what I also forgot? The feet. The feet. Let me do myself a favor. It's got a little fingerprint on it or something. What is this? Yes. So I'm gonna put the feet on here. Dang it, I just put the tweezers up. Why didn't I think ahead of time? Okay. Kurisu, do you want the music on or off for your Ada? How much attention do you want exactly? Oh, no, I don't like how that aligned in there. Okay, much better. I'm already writing out a twit longer insisting that you were wrongly banned. Well, I appreciate that you have my back at least. There's that to be said about it. There's something about how this is sitting that's really weird to me and I don't like it. Why are we having these problems here? I want to be careful because these are metal-ended tweezers. Something about this groove is like, not it. Okay, that's better. Doing everything everywhere all at once. Gotta pay the DLC for extra. Must not forget the fee. Yes. Oh, you want all the attention. Okay, in caps. In caps, no less. Okay, sir. Let me, you know, pause what's going on real quick. Sheesh. Okay. We're gonna turn the gain up just a tad for this one. Okay. All right. How was that? How was that for your ada? Are you appeased? Is that satisfying? Was that to your liking? Yes, thank you. Oh no, after all the chatting we've done, what my brain told me to say was, yes, thank you, what? Oh no. Let's not be like this. Damn, I'm sorry, my fish fell over. Can you do that again? What a lovely sound. Okay, so listen. I don't want to cheapen the cost of the ada. So what I will do is ask Krisu. Can I do another ada for Zeb? Since her fish fell over. Now, I'm not going to do them forever. But I am very flattered by that, so I'm willing to do one again. If Kurisu's cool with it. If he's not cool with it, if he wants all the attention, then, you know, you got to take that up with him. Oh no, that is not aligned correctly. Gosh darn it. I see. The true enemy here is the feet. I should have known. Okay. Oh no, that is angling up. That's not great. This is it's so close to being perfect. It's not quite though. Okay, that's better. No, it's fine. I can share. Okay. I'm not gonna turn off the music for this one though. I just took my vids out and probably heard your. I was a little close to the mic. Sorry if it was crunchy. Half the. Yes, thank you. My ears are blessed. I'm glad it wasn't too crunchy, but it wasn't an official ada, so I don't feel bad if it was crunchy. You got that one for free. Don't expect free ones every time, okay? They cost for a reason. I'll be paid what I'm worth, okay? This is gonna bother me forever. I don't know why this isn't aligned correctly. It's like, it's so close. It's just for some reason it's not sitting in the channel correctly. This is the best one, I think. Yeah, this one's the best one. Followed by this one. This one, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll unstick it and put it back on. I don't know how I messed that up so bad. It's okay. It'd be like that, honestly. So don't feel bad. I really appreciate that we didn't get the standard black feet for this. So like I am feeling blessed right now. Okay. Is this? No. No. It is not. This is too far up on this end. So let's see if I can redirect this. Oh my god, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get the sticky residue all over my hands. I promise, Papa Twitch, this is all about keyboards. Okay, I'm gonna try to rework these two, maybe. I feel like I mostly got them right, and I'm being a perfectionist. Like, I'm sure people have put on their feet and they were like much worse than this. I don't know, I can't help it. Okay, that is much better. Okay, and then it's just this side right here. So this side is fine starting here. Can I? Nope, it's starting to lean up already. Trash. Okay. Okay, yep, that's better. Alright, I am appeased. I'm pleased. I appreciate that they gave us extras too. Sorry, the other half of my village didn't hear the ada, so can we get another? Absolutely not. Your village must provide me with a sacrifice. I require a morsel to play with, and then they can have a free ada. So, figure out who you're gonna sacrifice, I suppose. Kurisu, I'm just gonna pretend I did not see that. You know? I pretend I do not see it. Okay, I am excited about how this one's gonna sound. This is only my second ever O-ring board. And these are supposed to be some kind of clacky loud switches. So we'll see how this pans out. These are gonna go in the trash. Is this the correct size? Probably. Okay, so this is the only keycap set that I have available right now. So this is the one that's going on the board. It is, in fact, a white and black set. Is this too long? Is it too short? It might be too long. Maybe. Okay, let's see. The middle is here. It does not want to settle down? Why? Keycaps are normally not this feisty. Let me see. It's probably like my depth perception. It's late in the morning and I wear glasses, y'all. I don't know what y'all want. Okay, no. I think maybe this is too long. So let's see. I just want to make sure I'm not struggling for no reason. Off camera. You guys have waited very patiently. Okay, no. It can't possibly be that. It has to be, this has to be the correct one. Why are we suffering? Okay. I don't know why this space bar was having such a hard time. It was, though. It was interesting. That's an interesting thing. Yes, thank you for that. I will literally record extra crying just for you. That's gonna be my ringtone. My Lumi message notification sound. That would be cute. Okay, we have that menu key. I don't think we need that, but we will see. Are these too big? I think those are too big. Okay, that is our backspace. This is a set that's not like new in the box, so I gotta like actually figure out what goes where. Escape, I might use something else. This is shift, so probably here is where it fits. Yeah, we have 5 for the numpad. We have a long alt. I think I need a shorter alt. Print screen. I don't need that space bar either. To be honest, I've clipped every ada you've ever done for me now that I think about it. Oh my god. High key obsessed. What do you have to say for yourself? That is way too long. Yeah, that's way too long. That's a 0. That's, oh, actually that might not be a 0. This is probably an O, maybe? I'll stash that over here. That might be a capital O, I can't tell. Let's see. Okay. Plus, I don't need that. We have a 1U alt. That is too short. Print screen, no. Star, no. I guess I'm just pulling all the ones that I don't need right now. Like, why are we here suffering like this? One, Windows. Yes, that is correct. This Windows goes right here. I'm hoping that we have a control and an alt that are the same size. And I'll do it again and again. That sounds very insubordinate, you know? I don't know if I'm going to use that or not. That sounds very cheeky. I don't know if I like that. Okay, and numlock. Oh, these are like F keys. F10. That's like the numpad enter. This is a different end. I don't think we'll need that. Surely there must be stuff in here that I can use. Is this set on something else? Oh shoot, this set might be on something else. God dang it. I was gonna say, I haven't come across literally anything I can use. Fuck. Okay, hang on. I have to find a set that I can use. What keyboard has this on it? I don't understand. What keyboard has this on it? God damn it. I don't like that. Nobody likes that. Son of a bitch. This explains all of my disappointment. Okay, so now I have to scrounge around and see if I have a complete keycap set to put on this. I don't know if I do. If I have to, I will literally steal one from another keyboard. But I would prefer not to. Oh man. I thought I was safe. I am gonna swap this song actually. And then I'm gonna hit you guys with a BRB screen while I try to. Maybe I have a set. There's a couple other options, but we'll have to see. I need to check. This is like a really cheap Sakura set, but it does match the pink vibe. So I might use this one. We'll see. What I'm gonna do is check and see if I can... Ooh, I don't like how that sounds. What the heck? Hang on. What the heck? Not all of my spacebar is like not working the way they should though, bro. Oh no, I don't like that sound at all. Oh, that's not so bad. Okay. It sounds better now that it's fully attached. I need to see if I can find what fits here on the bottom first before I actually commit to this set though. If I can't find what I need, then I'll have to move to a different set. So we'll see how that's going. Oh my god. 3 that are still, you just gonna link them all just here? You just gonna give them away for free? I mean, I guess people could find them if they go look anyway, but... Okay. So this is like a Sakura themed set. That sounds not the worst. That sounds not the worst. I don't know if I have appropriate length. These are like kind of thin, cheap keycaps. But they might do the job. At least it'll be a cute looking board. I don't know if these have Windows keys. That's the real question, to be honest with you. Do this have Windows keys? I don't know. Let's look. Okay, so we have a function. So that can go there. Windows keys, though. That's what I would need to look for. This is a longer control that we don't need. This is the... Is that... Yeah, that's also too long. Dang. I want to fill out that bottom row first. If I can fill out that bottom row, then I know I'll be alright. Oh, okay, alright, here we go. Okay, yeah. I need to know if I can find another alt. I don't know if there's another alt. I could possibly use this. Is this too long? It's kind of too long. Does this have a second alt? It should. That's a very long alt. I might use this anyway if this is the only key that's missing. To be completely honest with you. We have another Windows key that's that length. Let me set that there. If we can't find another alt... Oh, nope, never mind. I spoke too soon. Here's the alt. Here's the other alt. So... Oh, shoot. Does this take a 1U alt? Oh, I think it does. Crap. Well, we do have one of those. Somewhere. I literally had it not that long ago. Where is the 1U alt? This also has some blanks in there, too. Oh, and we have a second control. That's good to know. Good to know. Keycap compatibility is like the #1 bane of anyone's existence when it comes to keyboards, to be completely honest with you. Okay. No? No, though? Okay, so it's not that. So why are we suffering here like this? This is definitely short. So it's like, why doesn't the other one fit? I'm so confused. It's like slightly over to the side, further than it should be. So I'm wondering if this one needs to be a 1U. Let's try it. Because this is weird. Oh, I see the issue now. This should be over to the right. There was a second hole in one of those. Here. So let's see if I can get this out without having to take the whole thing apart, which would be ideal. Yes. Oh no, frick. I have to take it. I forgot about the O-ring. You can't do shit on an O-ring without taking it. God damn it. Okay, hang on. Technical difficulties. Dang, I worked so hard to actually get this in there. Oh no. Don't judge me. I promise. I've put keyboards together before. Just not this particular kind. Okay. Alrighty. So this switch goes here off to the right. I just didn't really think about it at all. I did not think about it at all how this was gonna fit in there and how the spacing was gonna go. I just wasn't paying enough attention to the layout. which is my bad. So now we get to struggle. Now we get to struggle all over again with the O-ring. I'm just gonna do it real quick in my lap because I think that'll be easier in terms of getting it in there. And then once we are ready, we'll go ahead and do this again. Okay. Okay. Whew. Alright, we got it in there, boys. We got it. So I should be able to fit everything I need to in here now. So we should be able to get this here for the alt. And then I should be able to get... It was a function key I think I had there. Gosh darn it. Where did I put it? I literally just had it. Nope, that's delete. Oh, was it this? It was this. Okay. Here. Will this fit here now? Yes, here we go. Alright. Okay. So I do want to note these are thinner keys. And they fit the theme, however, comma, it's important to note that these are, because these are very, very, very cheap, like super duper cheap, you're going to be able to hear how cheap they are. This is going to be hella, kind of like, I don't want to say piggy, because this case is just like metal, so you're going to hear the case. But it's going to be a little more shrill, basically. But I think I might like it. We'll see. If I actually really hate how this sounds, I'll put another keycap set on it and we'll try something else. Glad it fits, looks snug with the O-ring. Yes. And I see you're crashing out early. Good night, Chris. I was trying to whisper because I couldn't make up my mind about it. But actually, good night and have pleasant dreams. Okay, this is way too long of a shift. I can't use that. This is the plus. This is the enter key, so I should be able to use this. And then I guess we'll just go through the rest of these one at a time. So I don't need these longer keys. This is just like a random one that they threw in. They gave me like a spare for no reason. These are brackets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a 2 that goes with like the European mode, I think. So I shouldn't need that. That's a blank. These are F keys. This is a 4. These are our brackets. Oh, I think this has backlight capability also as well. I don't know if this PCB lights up. I don't think it does. So it's kind of a waste here, but it'd be like that. Let's see. That's the other bracket. M, N, B. I, O, P is how that goes up there. I don't need that. This is the 2. This is a function key that goes right there. I'll keep that. Maybe I'll need to use that. Actually, you know what? I'm going to keep that out because once I change the layout, this is going to be a control key. No RGB Sag. Not this one. Not this one. So that's backspace. You can kind of tell how they go based on the color. Because this is like a gradient. Not all of my builds are RGB friendly. The snake also didn't have RGB. Pause. It's another down arrow. This is... It might be caps lock. I'm not sure. We'll see. That's a 7. Here's our question mark. Oh, this is a single caps? Okay, that's not the one I need. No, no, and U goes here. RGB isn't all that, more things to go wrong. I mean, everyone has their preferences. I'm not going to tell people they can't like RGB. It's just not... I do like RGB on some boards. If it has it, I think that's great. But it's not a requirement for me, basically. Purple. These are like the F-row type things. Unfortunate that we won't get any purple in here. It's a really nice accent color. Okay. Single windows. C. Is this the tab? It's a little short for that. 1 slash, that's for numpad. K. Okay, should be here. H is here. R is here. Yeah, purple is great for sure. Yeah, I purple is like one of my favorite colors. Just in general, I feel like it's a really good, like, bright, showy, almost neutral. Almost neutral. 0 goes there. One day I'll have to do like a poll or like a betting pool or something for how quickly I can get all the keycaps on a board. This one was a struggle because I had to actually look for compatibility down here. But if you can bet channel points sometimes. So I think that would be a cool thing. Let you do predictions. Let me just put all these out here. That way I can just toss them back into this bottom area right here and not have to worry about it as much. R.I.P. Lumi getting all the brat things. This isn't so bad. I feel like this is like normal scuff, you know? That is not the home key that I want. Nor the one I deserve. I need one that's this color. If they even have it, they might not, but we'll see. We're gonna keep the hope alive. This is enter for the numpad, I think. I don't know if I'm gonna do an accent or not, so I'll just put that there for now. This is the capital. Oh, that's stepped caps. I didn't want to do that. ASD. There should be like a normal cap somewhere in here. Yeah, here we go. There we go. E. No. And that's not the correct one. VB. We got this random purple 7 in here. These are more purplies. I can actually just get rid of these really quick. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll keep one of these for an accent here, maybe? That sounds cool. Oh, they do have an escape key right there, so we'll do that. I'll probably do, like, purple highlight for the escape. Okay. So, we've got page down. I don't want that, though. Page up. I don't want that, though. That's the pipe key. We've got a shift. That's not long enough for that. That probably goes here. Is this the other shift? No, it isn't. Oh no, I'm starting to think we might not have a shift that's long enough. Oh, wait, spoke too soon. Never mind, we found it. Plus an equal sign. 3 for the numpad. 6 for a numpad. This is the tab key. This is a cute gradient though. I haven't actually used this in a long time because it's such a cheap set. This was one of the first sets that I got. And actually a friend bought it for me as a gift. As like a congrats, you're getting into keyboards and I think that's neat sort of thing. Okay, M. in. And then we've got the quote. Only a few more to go. 9. This is a delete key. I'm gonna have to look for one in a different color. Because I don't think this has the ones that I need. I feel like this column is gonna be misaligned with the color. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Let's see. We got the bracket here. We've got a dub. Common keyboard W. Pound sign for 3. We've got the number 1 up here. We've got page up. Do we have any other home keys though? Do we only have that one pink home key? Because it would be great if we had a different one. 7. Yeah, that's nice looking for sure. Yeah, I think it's cute. 8. I don't know if I'm going to keep this on here. I don't think I had like a set keycap set for this particular build because this was kind of not like an unexpected grab, but definitely like a last minute sort of thing. Okay, so we have an end. It's not the end I want, but we have one. We've got G, and I assume this is O, yes. So we've got O here. So now all we have to settle is this column. Oh, shoot, and the arrows. Oh, no, I wasn't paying attention to the arrows at all. Oh, no. Okay, well, at least I know what color they have to be, so let me pick through and find them. I bet I thought they were, like, caps keys or something like that. There definitely are supposed to be arrows in here, though. Shoots. I bet I was just missing all of them. They might have combined them with the numpad keys, maybe. Okay, so let's see. All right, here we go. So that's 1. So we know they're in here. And they do have just arrow keys. I just gotta find them. Oh no, this is a terrible thing. Why am I like this? Okay, so this is the down arrow. What about these? Score! Score! I grabbed them! All in one go. Look at me go. Okay. So, the issue is gonna be... the issue is no doubt gonna be this column right here. So I almost always have my delete at the top. So this is just gonna be, this is just gonna be a mess. Because they only gave me 1 home key. That's crazy. I mean, I guess I could rearrange it to keep the gradient, but I don't like compromising. I can't believe do you remember where all keys go? Yeah, I do. Okay. Okay. So if I make this home and I make this end, I still need to make this delete, which is kind of an issue. But there's something close here. There's this one, which is not the exact color, but it's a better gradient than the rest. I don't know, man. I'm not a fan. Let me see if there's anything left that I can use. There's a menu here. Control. Dang, I feel like we were so close to having like a perfect contiguous thing. I don't want to have to change my layout for this. And I probably will. I'm not even gonna hold you up. I probably will not. Let's see. I am gonna make this an accent key because I want at least the 1 purple. So we got that 1 purple. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm tempted to make this a purple one as well. Just because it'll be a delete key. So normally my layout is delete, home, end, and then function if there's a function key. Don't compromise, Luumi, don't compromise. God, this is just... Okay. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we are gonna do. Because I truly actually don't want to compromise. Like in real life, in real time, I do not want to compromise. I know what my layout is. I'm just gonna put purple keys all in this row. I have a lot of blanks, so I'm just gonna put purple blanks there, and that's just gonna be how it is. Let's see, F6, F11. I need to find the other blanks, because I do think there are more of them. Okay, home and oh no, delete. I know what they are, so they're just gonna be there. I'm tempted to put another one there for the function key also as well. I think I am. And I'm gonna swap this out to the control because that's what I want it to be eventually. That is what I'm gonna change it to. So we're gonna manifest our dreams today is what we're doing. Maybe make control purple as well. That might be nice. I do not have a purple key that is that long. All the purples are 1U, sadly. Truly tragic. So this is what we've got. At least there's like a pattern. This extra column is just purple. And the escape is purple. I think I can live with that. So really quickly. Okay. Bruh, you were muted for some reason. You thought I was being too quiet. Oh, no. Muted? This isn't even... The keyboard's not even hooked up, so it can't be that. I wonder if Twitch was bugging for some reason. I should definitely not be... Oh, you muted stream. Okay. Listen, I've had so many audio issues with OBS. I wouldn't be surprised if somehow it actually was me. It was my fault. I did it. I did the thing. Okay. So let me get this crap out of the way. I'm gonna toss these pouches. And I'm going straight to bed right after this. Yo, I can hear you. What's poppin'? Hello. How Zaytotaku? Ah, it's the Halb that's messing me up. So, do you prefer the whole thing, or do you like Zayto? Do you do Taku? Do you do Zaytotaku? Just to fill you in while you're answering that question, I'm Luminous Peak. I am a Night Witch Fae, and I basically do hobby stuff on stream and play the occasional game. Today, we are building a keyboard. We just finished building this board here. And this is the Array by Parallel Limited. Call me whatever you want, I don't give a shit. I'm used to getting my name butchered. Oh no. Okay. I usually purposefully try not to butcher names, but you say you don't care, so we'll go with that. If you don't mind, I'll go with Zayto, because I think that's a little less everyday than Taku. There's like a million Takus. So this is the Array. It's got this colorful weight on the top, and then it also has this bit here, back and top. We built this today on stream, and I just put this, this is like a cheap Tai-Hao, keycap set. So it's nothing particularly extravagant. However, it looks really good. It's a nice gradient. We got a little purple column here of blanks and a little purple accent here. Turns out it's stupid to use a German name in English streams. Oh, see, I was definitely wondering. The Halbs, like, got me. I'm definitely interested in knowing how to pronounce your name if you're willing to type it out. However, I understand the fatigue of always having your name butchered. So if you're fine with me calling you whatever, I will roll with that if it's less stressful than anything else. I definitely understand. I like it. I do think it's a sexy word. Thank you, 180. So I'm just gonna turn the music off. Actually, oh, I don't even fucking know how to fucking do the pronunciation. That's fair. That's fair. It do be like that sometimes. I actually have not named this board, speaking of. So for anyone who just to go through all the parts, I can translate though. Ooh. Does your name actually mean anything? Because I am interested in what it means. If it does mean anything. Not all names have to mean something, but it would be cool if it did and I could know. Oh, okay. Halbzeit means halftime. Okay. So that means the rest is halftime otaku. Yes, exactly. Yeah, halftime otaku. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. Okay, so when you said it was German, I was looking. The otaku was throwing me off. I know enough about names to like know that obviously part of the name wasn't German. But I was like, okay, but where's the cutoff on like the syllables, right? Okay, but it's Halbzeit, so I'll just call you Halbzeit. That works. That is actually a very cool name. I like the play on words. Not to be like pretentious or anything, but I have taken linguistic classes and I enjoy that sort of thing. So I actually really appreciate your name. That is a very cool, I don't even want to say pun. It's like a cool play on words. Very nice. Halftime otaku. You get the seal of approval over here. There is no cut of it. Wait. Cut of it in writing. Ah, I see. Yeah. It definitely would be written together. I'm more so saying like for phonetic purposes, like where the pronunciation from the German would cross over to the rest. But for some reason, the taku threw me off and the O seemed like... Anyway, my brain was doing weird things with it. Halbzeit is cool. That's the point. So yes, now that we have this, let me do a pause. I always do a separate sound test afterwards for these boards, just because people don't want all of the surrounding chatter. But we're gonna pause our desktop audio. Yeah, so exactly. That's why initially, because you know, like I'm a VTuber, right? So everything comes off as like weeby initially, knowing where we come from, right? So I definitely thought Zato when I first saw that, and my brain was like trying to like Frankenstein the rest of it together. But Halbzeit makes perfect sense. Okay, so let me turn this gain up just a little bit. I won't turn it up as far as it was before because I feel like I went overboard. So this is the Array 65. It has an FR4 plate. There's no foam in this board. The switches are Pink Robin switches, which are linear. And this keycap set is called it's from the Tai-Hao series of keycaps. That's the company name. And this is the Sakura set, as you can tell here from the katakana. So just to go through, we're going to do the modifiers first, and then I'll do some tinklies. So. Oh, and you know what? Let me remove myself from the screen so I don't look crazy while I'm doing this. All right, so that's our sound test. It's an interesting sound. I feel like the mic... So this doesn't have any foam. So it's basically just the case and the keycaps. And because these aren't like... These are like thinner, cheaper made PBT caps. It kind of like... I don't know. The sound of the metal case is part of the sound, but it's still kind of clacky. It's not the clackiest. I have clackier boards for sure, but it has an interesting sound with like a clack as a bass, and I really like that. Okay, let me turn the gain down. Hey, yo, did you just write the entire works of Shakespeare? No, 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 no. Nothing like that. Nothing like that. Basically, I just whenever I do these typing tests, I type out my actual thoughts on the board and things that I'm about to say after I'm done. So I just type my thoughts, so it looks like I'm actually typing. I will say these are being cheaper keycaps. They have like sort of a slightly gritty texture on the top. Like, it's not bad. I think some people would actually like it because it allows your fingers to grip the keycaps a little more. But it's an interesting feel. It's like, it's got a clacky bass, but it's not too loud. That's how I would describe it. But I like it. I think it's cute. This is a nice gradient. This will not be the final keycap set on this board. But this is a really cool placeholder. I've had these keycaps for a while and haven't had anything to put them on yet. So this is pretty fantastic. Yeah, I think I'd like that, but can make them too... Oh, okay, yeah. My keeb is kind of cursed. Oh, no. What kind of cursed, though? She really is a cute board. I am not sure if this board is... So usually I give, like, a gender and name to my keyboards. Because I'm a crazy keyboard lady. Most of my keyboards have names. And the ones that do not have names are pretty much just waiting to be named, basically. By the way, I'll raid Cherry and GMK. Anyone wants? I don't even think half of the people in this chat know what that is. So Cherry is the profile and a company that makes switches and came up with a keycap profile. This is like the standard shape of keycaps. So like this keycap shape here is basically imitation Cherry profile. GMK is a company that makes keycaps. They make the currently highest rated quality keycaps with the most premium material, and they're known for having really tight quality check standards. That's loosely it. There's like some other information, but for someone who's not into keyboards, that's basically what it is. If you were actually rating Cherry and GMK, man, there's quite a few things I would want, to be honest. First of all, can you give me all my keycaps that I've been waiting 2 years for? That would be great if I could get those. The ones I ordered in 2020. I'll do anything at least. It ain't browns or any clickies. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of clickies, but I do have some. I have some box jades that I had in a keyboard for approximately maybe like a month, and then I was like, okay, I'm tired of this sound. The clickiness is just a little too much. I like clacky sounds, so kind of like this. But louder, maybe? Clickies are not it for me, though. I have some China Blues. Oh, that's dope. I think most of the switches that I have are pretty new. I just got some of the Azure Dragon V2s. And I'm going to put them in a board. I have the Heracles 80 and I haven't built that yet. I will be off stream for a week, and then when I come back, I'm going to build that board. It's going to be great. Those I ripped out of my cube when I modded it. Okay. You said your keyboard was cursed. What's cursed about it? And while we're talking, this is the build. I don't know what the name of this is yet. Let me put myself back on screen. Boop. I don't have a name for this keyboard yet, but I actually think this keeb is a gentleman and not a lady. These pink keycaps are just what he's dressed in right now. I'm just not sure. I usually name my keebs, but I don't know what to name this one yet. I've been hunting around for names for this one, but like Jimmy, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I care for you very deeply, 180, but the name cannot be Jimmy. Jimmy is not it. Let me actually plug this bad baby in, and I am actually gonna. This is, oh shoot, is it not in all the way? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, it's not typing. Oh no. Okay. Why is it not typing? That's not great. So we did the test already. We know that it works. So my guess is that the JST cable maybe got dislodged while I was putting this back in the case. Thank God, just checking. No, okay. All right, okay. We're gonna do this the difficult way. This happens sometimes. I was kind of wiggling it around a lot, so I wouldn't be surprised if it was, in fact, just that the JST cable came unlocked. I literally tested it. We know it works, right? So let me lift the assembly out, and then we'll see what's going on with it. Okay. Oh, yep, the JST cable came loose. Alright, so if we know what the issue is, then it's not really an issue. It probably came out when I had to take it out for that one switch and put it back in. I thought I reattached it, but maybe it's just gonna have a little difficulty sticking in there. It doesn't seem like this JST cable part is very tight. Alright, here we go. So we got this. It's in there now. So let's put this back in here. And this is one of the cool things about O-rings. It doesn't take a whole lot for you to get everything in there. Usually you'd have to, you know, like take the whole case apart and all of that stuff, but not this time. Okay. I need my spudger really quick. This O-ring is like, this section right here is the most difficult to tuck because that's where the upper stabilizer is. And this is like an experimental PCB that's compatible with screw-in stabilizers, so it's a whole thing. Okay. So this should be a-okay. Should be a-okay. We're gonna keep our fingers crossed. We're gonna plug this bad boy in. She hurt. She doesn't have a name. It has decided to be a brat about it. It's a full-size cheapo board that I got for 25 euros. It came with already mentioned the China blues. The reason why it's cursed... Is this working? Yes, okay, it's working. The reason why it's cursed is that the PCB is basically on life support and chock full of foam that it ain't closing completely. Oh no. The switches are yellows that aren't lubed. Oh no, not lubed. What? Can you take it apart and lube them? Do you just... Can you take out some of the foam, or is it like glued into it if it's a cheapo board? I have like a repository of names that I usually consider for these kind of situations. I'm not going to show you guys my login information, but I will read some names off the list. Let's see. Frick. What is my email? Oh god. Okay, that should work for... Okay, I spelled everything correct. When you have like a super long email, it's like, oh my god. Okay. Names. Names that I have not used for boards. Let's see. Oh shoot. I just stuffed it full of foam. No. Oh, okay. You might need to like get thinner foam. Like try to get like some of the sound insulator stuff that they use like in cars. You could also try just for like, I mean, I'm sure you know, if you're modding your own boards, you already know. But my email is full of numbers and letters that doesn't spell anything. Hey, that's the best way to go. Unless a website gets hacked, no one's gonna randomly guess your username. Okay. So we've got a bunch of elven names here. This board is giving me like androgynous vibes, honestly. And I know it sounds silly to like, you know, assign this just to keyboards. Just let me have my fun, okay? I enjoy creating personalities and naming my keyboards. Just let me cook. Let me cook. Okay. So can I make a poll? I think I can actually. Let's see. I'm gonna hang on, go to my dashboard and make a poll. Channel, dashboard, all of these things happening right now. Can I get my... Can I get my options? Where are my chat settings? How do I make a poll? It's been such a long time since I've made a poll on Twitch, I don't know how to do it anymore. Okay, here we go. We're gonna figure it out, right? I want to build a Tiger 80, but my money doesn't jiggle. I had a Tiger 80. Do you want like a proper one or the Tiger 80 Lite? Okay, shield mode, pause chat highlights, blah 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 blah. Appearance. Okay, these are like preferences. Okay, listen. I want to make a poll. How do I make a poll? God, I'm so sure I've just forgotten because it's been a while. Oh, creator dashboard probably. That's probably what it is. Like the proper one? Yeah. Okay, yes. Okay, here we go. We've got manage poll. Here we go. We are new poll, let's see. What should I name this poll? And I'm gonna leave poll. What should I name this poll? Oh my god. What should I name this keep? My god, why are we here like this? I'm gonna put some very bougie names in here. I'm sure some of you are gonna be like, what are these names? I don't know. I have a list of names because I write and I create characters, so this is just what it is. And you're just gonna have to trust me that these are the names I want to choose from. We've got 2 options so far. I'm gonna fill out like all 5. I'm so sure that I'll figure something out today. And I'll try to leave you guys. Let's see. How long? We'll do 2 minutes for the poll, just because I have a feeling that when it comes to names, some people are like not gonna. Sometimes you get like shock, like analysis paralysis when you're looking at options. So okay, let's see. We've got, and then this is the last one, I think. Let me look at some of these other names. Some of these seem like, I mean, they're extra. These names are extra, but because I wanted a metal case TKO that doesn't bring me into the deep hells of debt. Yet, the Tiger 80 is like that. It had a lot of case ping though, so you're definitely gonna have to force break it. To explain, we got to do a poll of what to call the poll before we get the naming poll. To explain, force break is a mod you can do for your boards where you place a bit of tape next to the screws on the top case and bottom case for keyboards that have that, and the goal is it stops the metal pieces of the board from kind of clanging against each other when you're pressing down to type, and the result of it is that it reduces ping, pretty much is what it does. I will allow for additional votes. However, comma, we'll put it at, I don't want too many, so we'll do 75 channel points. Names are my channel points. So 75 names per vote. So let's see. Let me give this name list a once over. There's like 2 million things on it. So I want to make sure I'm actually looking through everything. In case you're wondering why I just have a list full of names, I am a writer. I don't know what to tell you. I'm a writer. I have a list of names. I'm doing what I do. Let's see. I might want to swap some of these out. Twitch only lets you have like 5 options for a poll. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. Okay, and then one more. I can't put all the names on. Let's see. No, I don't like those. Frick. This name has like 200 names on them. I'm trying to go through as quickly as I can. I'm trying to pick really like diverse ones too, because I don't want you guys to just be choosing from a bunch of names that sound the same, basically. Oh, this was kind of extra. This is kind of extra. Okay, so we're starting the poll. Here we go. We're starting. These are the names on the poll. Don't at me. Don't at me about these names. I picked ones that I like that I think could actually go well with this board. Okay, the switches that I was slapping the tiger, either Gat Milky Yellows or J-Wick Linears. I had some Texie switches in there, and they actually worked pretty well, honestly. Other than the case ping, I feel like it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Oh, geez, you guys voted a lot quicker than I thought. 2 people for Drid right now. So it's looking like Drid's in the lead. If there aren't any other votes in like maybe 30 more seconds, I'll close the poll early. Just because this is a late night stream. I can't imagine that there are people who are still like awake. So we're looking at Drid. We're looking at Drid right now. Just as a reminder, these keycaps can change, but the general aesthetic of the board is this cool diagonal line thing. And then the multicolor on top. Okay, we are getting to that point. Can I close it early? I can't close it early. Well. Oh, I can in the creator thing. Okay, here we go. We're gonna end the poll now. Yeah. Alright. Reviewing the results. And it looks like Drid came out on top. So this keyboard's name is Drid. It's almost 9 a.m. Oh, that's crazy. Drid is a pog name for sure. Okay. So I christened this board Drid. That is the name of this board. It's short and to the point. And I think it sounds a little cyberpunkish to me, to be honest. So thank you for voting. I appreciate that. Okay, so we did our sound test. We named this board. Before I close out this stream, does anyone have any questions about the board, about the build, about my other keyboards? Did you want to see a couple of the other boards? Halbsite, I know that you're new. I have a few boards on hand if you want me to flash them on screen real quick. I've got a Class 65, I have a Wind X Round 1, and the Snake 60. I've got a couple other ones on hand too. What's the most expensive keeb you build? Oh no. Hi, yes, I had a question. My question is great, amazing, wonderful stream. The best 10 out of 10. Thank you for streaming. You're so sweet. And what's your endgame dream? Okay, so I'm one of the lucky few that actually owns my endgame, and it just did not actually stop me from buying other keyboards. I am the 1%. Alright, so we'll answer these questions in order. The most, actually, you know what, actually, hang on, let me check my spreadsheet, because my, most expensive board might be my endgame board. Maybe? Oh no. Oh no, that might actually be true. Oh no. Both of your questions might have the same answer. Okay. Okay. Damn you, lucky girl. To be fair, my in-game keyboard was the very first one that I bought. Very specifically because it happened to come out around the time I got into the hobby. And when I saw it, I was like, I will cry if I don't own this. So even though I don't know anything about keyboards, really, like I did some practice with some pre-builts to like get modding down and stuff. But then this board came out. So the board in question is the Aru TKO. It is an Egyptian themed board that has like embossed hieroglyphs on the outside. I named her Kol Elna after the town of Thebes from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Ancient Egyptian story arc. And I am a really big Yu-Gi-Oh! Like the original series fangirl. So this was like the end game for me. It was way too much money, but I was able to save because it was during the pandemic and I was working from home, so I didn't have to pay to get to and from. So I took that money and invested it in this keyboard, and it was not the best decision. It was not a good financial decision, but I got my it was definitely my most expensive board because I bought some extras to go with it. There's like a Eye of Wadjet thing on the back, and the do I have it nearby? I feel like it's kind of a hassle to grab it. Hang on, if I can grab it, I will grab it. Let's see. Is it in this case? I think oh wow, I think it actually is in the case that I had next to another pile of cases. Yes, okay. I do have it, so I will show you my in-game board. Let me sit you right there real quick, Drid. Thank you for being patient. And the cases look just like really chunky, so so this is Kol Elna. This is my Egyptian themed keeb. I kind of want to get the Satisfaction 75. Satisfaction is really good. It had come and gone by the time I got in the hobby, and the round 2 I think was solder only, so I didn't bother. But Satisfaction 75 is pretty good. Okay, so both got the same answer. What got you into the custom keyboard space? Didn't know you were into Yu-Gi-Oh! It kind of makes sense. Yeah. I'm a fangirl. I used to write cringy Yu-Gi-Oh! Fanfiction. So it's got these embossed hieroglyphs on there. I have the S.A. Ramses keycap set. It recently delivered. So I've got my Egyptian themed keycaps on my Egyptian themed board. And on the back, it has this lovely Eye of Wadjet. I got an exchangeable one as an extra. I also got the brass arrow keys that go over here. It's just the keyboard's not dressed up right now. It's not dressed to the nines. So because these 4 brass keycaps were so expensive, and I got the extra weight on the back, it skyrocketed the oh shit. I see. My light wanted to let me know we've been streaming for 3 hours, at least since I last took up a break. I reset the timer. Sorry. This happens to me every time. I'm like, it's great to have a light that has a timer on it so that I can tell when I've streamed for 3 hours, and then I can consider if I want to go longer. And I just, it's a mess. It's a mess. It was a mistake. I shouldn't have done it, but I did it. But yeah, anyway, so getting the extra keycaps here and the extra weight. I also got an extra PCB because at the time I was paranoid about ruining it since this was my first group buy. So this was the most expensive because of all the add-ons, basically. I have no words, I'm just staring at it. Yeah, I got into the custom keep space through Osu. So first of all, that's super freaking cool. I've played Osu before. It's a rhythm game for anybody who doesn't know. It's a rhythm game involving the mouse, primarily. I used to play it, but like only as an amateur. And I got into the keyboard space because I write a lot. I'm a writer. I do like fan fiction. I have my original stuff that I do. I do text RP. And because I type and write so much, I originally wanted a keyboard that reminded me of an old IBM typewriter. So when I started doing research on getting my hand on a typewriter, mechanical keyboards came up, and I was like, oh, dang. So it's just been all downhill from there, basically. So that's how I got into the space. I had this really cheap typewriter type thing. And it was really bad. It was a really bad, like, custom mechanical keyboard. And it was a bad idea. It was a terrible idea. It was just very cheap. You couldn't change the switches. It wasn't customizable. It was whack. So after I had that keyboard, I was like, there has to be like something that I can change and try like different switches and stuff. And I fell into like the Reddits and things like that. Yeah, I got in there because blue switches and Osu is hella annoying. So I searched how to keep quiet so my mom doesn't kill me. And it all went downhill from there. Yes, it is always downhill. Okay, I'm gonna put this chonker away. I don't want Drid to think that we're not paying attention to him. To them? I'm still filling out the personality. It's giving me maybe like she-they vibes, maybe? We'll see. I make characters, I make personalities in my head, so it's hard not to do that with keyboards. Then I got recommended a bit of... Okay, but Squashy Boy is the OG. Okay, listen. I'm not sponsored or anything. I don't actually know Squashy Boy in real life. But if you want intro videos to the keyboard hobby, Squashy Boy, literally that's how it's spelled, Squashy Boy, is your boy. He makes very fun, interactive videos where he does experiments with keyboards and he sort of teaches you how he builds custom stuff along the way. He does like really cool, just experiments with how to make the most, like the quietest keyboard, the loudest keyboard. He made a keyboard out of concrete, I think, once. He's overall just a very chill, approachable dude. He doesn't come off like he knows better than you because he's talking about keyboards or anything. He's just a very down-to-earth kind of dude. I think most people would enjoy his videos. It's not long-form content either. He does really good editing. His commercials, excellent. Would definitely recommend Squashy Boy for sure. Gotta give Drid the attention he deserves. Absolutely. He's also kind of the reason why I switched to tablet for Osu. Yeah, he had like a whole Osu arc, right? If I recall correctly. Yeah, the head to eye. He's got some really good videos. I would definitely check him out if you're bored and you want to know more about keyboards. Okay. This isn't my longest stream. We're at like 3.5 hours. So I'm actually gonna swap to... Actually, you know what? It's a late night stream. I think we can end without swapping to like just chatting or anything. So just for last time presentation, this is Drid. Thank you for helping me name him. Them? She? We'll figure it out. I'll post it when I get to Twitter. So that's about it for this stream. I'm so glad that I was able to put this board together before I went on like my week-long hiatus next week. I'll probably actually take them with me, to be honest. This is a very compact board. I can put this in my carry-on. It's not very heavy. Like I can definitely hold this with one hand and wiggle it around. So no issues with that. That's good. When I have some money and a computer, I might get a nice keyboard. That's very fair. I think that if I didn't type a whole lot, I probably would have waited for something similar, honestly. Okay. So, with all of that said, thank you all for joining me for this keeb build. I'm glad that you enjoyed watching me struggle my way through figuring out this O-ring baddie here. And I do actually like this keycap set on it. I think if I end up with an extra pinkish set, I might actually like set this up. So we'll see how it goes. So yeah, other than that, thank you for coming always. I'm glad you enjoyed. Very grateful. Feel free to follow me on Twitter if you want more keyboard and VTuber shit posting. Otherwise, right now my schedule is kind of up in the air. I'll be off next week since I'll be out of town. And my usual schedule is whenever my roomies allow me to stream. So it's kind of random. But I usually announce on Twitter ahead of time. So that's the best way to follow right now for scheduling. I think that's about it. Shit posting good, yeah. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I've got a couple things I'll be sharing on Twitter soon so far as like my lore. I've got that finished and ready to go. And just, you know, like other VTubery stuff. Trying to get people interested in moi, right? In moi. But yeah, more hand cam streams to come, more gaming streams to come. And I will see you all next time. Great stream, Lumi. Have a good rest of the week off. Don't get up to too much and buy stuff while you're gone. Oh my god. We do a little trolling. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I don't know. Twitter's kind of a cesspool right now, so I'm trying to stay in my lane right now, to be completely honest. Just let me post about keyboards and be happy. That's what I'm trying to do. I will not get up to too much and buy stuff. I will be good. I will be say so. Even though I'm going to a place that's not say so. Yeah, Twitter is a shithole. There's a lot of stuff going on right now. That's what I'll say. But okay, thanks for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed seeing Drid come to life. Remember that you matter and to take care of yourself. And I will see you all at the next stream. Bye.